Life be lifing. We just talking Greazy. Welcome to the show. Hey, yo, what's good, gang? What's good, man? Hey, we back in the building one more time, bro. We back in the building on this good old Monday night. How y'all feeling out there the first day back to work? How y'all feeling? I know some of y'all might be a little tired from that work day because it's Monday and it's their first day back. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, hopefully you got home. Hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully you done got home and relax. You know what I'm saying? Chill for a minute. Got a good shower, bath, that ate good. You know what I'm saying? Just the little things. You know what I'm saying? Just to get you where you need to get to at 8 o'clock at night. And by now you should be relaxing. You feel me? You should be relaxing and feeling good and ready to get into it. Alright. Let's get comfortable real quick. You know what I'm saying? Comfortable real quick around here. Hold up, I'm sorry. I'm gonna add that. Hold up, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I just found out something, so I'm doing something. uh, let's see. Okay, that's cool. I don't know what that is, but yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna get into it real quick. I don't even hear nothing from that. Hold up. Okay. Oh, that ain't really nothing. Okay. That ain't even done. Uh-huh. So what's good, family? What's good? Welcome back to the pod. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to the shop. It's open. You know what I'm saying? We in here. You know what I'm saying? And we finna get into it. We finna turn it up one time for the one time. You feel me? So we back, bro. You know what I'm saying? So welcome back to the couch. You know, welcome back to the kitchen table conversation. You feel what I'm saying? That somehow always turn into an argument, but no one ever leaves mad. You know what I'm saying? Just loud. You feel me? Now listen, today's topic. Oh, this one might step on a couple toes. Woo. Matter of fact, this one might break up a couple group chats. You know what I'm saying? Woo. It is what it is. Because today we asking a very simple question that somehow got a very complicated answer. You feel me? Like, so the question for tonight is, how much should a man spend on a date or dates? Mm, think about it. Let that ponder for a second, okay? Let that ponder for a second. Let that ponder for a second. You know what I'm saying? Just a second. All right, second over with. So let's get back to it. Second over with. Let's get back to it. You feel what I'm saying? So before y'all start typing, relax. Relax. I ain't say how much he can spend. I ain't say how much he has spent. I said how much should he spend. You know what I'm saying? See the word should right there. Now, that's where the trouble live. And because everybody got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? But don't. But everybody got a budget too. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's vice versa. It's left and it's right. You know what I'm saying? It's up and down. You know what I'm saying? It's the eye with the dot. You feel me? So, see, dating today ain't just about chemistry no more. You know, it's about credit limits, Apple Pay expectations, you know what I'm saying? Time payments, you know what I'm saying? Allowance to the wife, you know what I'm saying? Or to the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about how much I can get out of you. You ever notice how nobody asks how the date went anymore? If you ever notice when you go out with somebody and you tell your homeboy, your home or your home girl how your date went, first thing they ask is for the women, where he take you? First thing they ask, where he take you? You know what I'm saying? Not did you laugh? Not did he treat you good? Was the convo good? You know what I'm saying? Whoop de woo. Not did he pull out the chair? You know what I'm saying? None of that. They throw little subtle hints like, was it nice? In translation to that is, did the restaurant look expensive enough for me to respect him? You know what I'm saying? And fellas, don't act brand new. Now, hey, we just talking greasy. We talk greasy here. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I know we do the same thing. We don't ask was she cool, you know. We ask, hey dude, was she worth it? You know what I'm saying? Cause nowadays we know you guys spend at least $100 on a date. That's at least, you know what I'm saying? At least $100 you gotta spend on that date. So we already know what the deal is. So yeah, we asking, hey dude, was it worth it? And boom, now we got war. You feel me? Because they asking was it nice enough where he took you to, and the men asking, hey, was it worth it? You know, see, dating used to be simple back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be like, let's just go get something to eat. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to have no spreadsheet. You ain't have to have no expectations. You ain't have to plan out no fancy restaurant. You know, you ain't have to wear matching outfits. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it used to be. It used to be real simple. You know what I'm saying? Now a date is like a performance review. Like I'm trying to see, or we trying to see if you even capable of being with me or financially enough to be with me. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go on dates now, you're being evaluated silently. Like for real. Like did he pick you up in an Uber or in his car? Like did he open the door? Woo the woo. Did he look like his pictures looked it? You know what I'm saying? Like did he order off the menu confidently? You know what I'm saying? Like woo the woo. Did he flinch when the bill came? Like, all of these things you are being graded on when you go on these dates now, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, because listen, the moment that check hit the table, that's when the real date starts. The moment that check hit the table. That's when the real date start. You know what I'm saying? You could have said all the right things. You could have smelled good. You could have had on some what's that? Some Mr. Miyagi. I don't know if that's like a lot of that. Or some I'm trying to think of cologne. I can't think of no cologne right now. Or some Polo Sport. Or I'm trying to think of some real expensive cologne that smell good. But I don't even buy cologne like that. So, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? You could have smelled good. You could have had them laughing. Went through like great time, great vibes. She beautiful. She think you handsome. Woo to woo. You know what I'm saying? But if your face twitch any little bit when you get that receipt, when that total pop up and it's quiet for you, now let's be real honest real quick. Let's be real honest real quick. There's a difference between broke and cheap. Okay? There's a difference between broke and cheap. And there's also a difference between expensive and intentional. See, some dudes be like, I'm not spending a whole lot of money on no dates. No. All right, fam. Hey, we'll do that. If that's what you want to say, hey, that's your prerogative. Do what you want to do. It's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? But you probably ain't gonna be dating then. You probably just be networking. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna be doing a lot of dating. But and some women be like, for real, some women be like, bro, if you can't spend 200 on me, then he don't like me. Like, what? Ma'am, what? So you actually think if a man don't spend 200 on you, he don't like you? That's what you're telling me? That's what you're saying. Like, no, excuse me, definitely not the case. You know. And then for some of y'all women, like that ain't standards. That's a whole that's a condo, a monthly subscription. That's a monthly payment. That's the light bill every month. Like what? Like come on, like for real. Like let's talk about it. You see what I'm saying? Because here's the truth that nobody likes to admit. You know what I'm saying? The amount a man spends don't matter as much as how secure he feels spending it. Like, and I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna say that again. I'm gonna say that again now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the amount a man spends don't matter as much as how secure he feels spending it. Like, he has to feel secure in spending it, not just out here all willy nilly, just throwing 200 on every date you go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to feel a purpose behind that spending. You know what I'm saying? Like, a man uncomfortable spending 50 is the same energy as a man uncomfortable spending 200 or 500 or 250 or whatever it is this date gonna consist of. You know what I'm saying? And some women can feel that. Some women can pick up on that vibe. When you go to certain restaurants and you see the bill. Some women pay attention to it all. Like they got that third sense. They just watch it. The third eye watching everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like you ever been on a date where the man technically paid, you know what I'm saying? But the whole time he acting like he kind of doing like community service. You like, and in your mind, you like, dang, I could have stayed at home because now you paying emotionally, you know. But now, fellas, let me talk to y'all real quick. One thing about it now, a date is not about proving your worth. It's about setting the tone. You know what I'm saying? If you start dating like you trying to impress somebody that you just met, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go broke real quick trying to keep up. Because a lot of these women, like if you start off that way, they want you to keep it that way too. You start off spending 200 a day, they gonna want that the whole time y'all together. They gonna want that. You see what I'm saying? Like so, you got to pay your way. You got to start it off how you gonna continue to manage it. You see what I'm saying? Like, but if you date like you building with someone, like you move different then. You see what I'm saying? It's a different ball game then. You dating like if you yeah dating like you trying to build with someone, that's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Like first dates ain't supposed to be. They're not supposed to bankrupt you neither. You know what I'm saying? Like that's supposed to be an introduction to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like and a lot of people don't like. A lot of people like. What's wrong with that first date? Just going to the park. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting down and talking. You know what I'm saying? Whoop the woo. Grab a bucket of chicken or some Whataburger or some boys or something. You know what I'm saying? And y'all just going to the park and just sitting down and talking and actually getting to know each other. What's wrong with that? You see what I'm saying? What's up, JAYG Studio? Hey, appreciate you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with being able to just go to a park on a little simple date? You know what I'm saying? When you, especially on the first date, where you just getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like your first date ain't got to be at no 5-star restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Where you spending 250. You know what I'm saying? Like then some of these women expect you to bring flowers and stuff too on the first date. So now you got 300, 350. You know what I'm saying? According to how far you live from them, because you got to put gas in to get there. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like you gotta be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? Like a first date or dating don't supposed to break you or bankrupt you. Like it's supposed to. These supposed to be introduction dates to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Not for the lady to get to know your wallet. No, she's supposed to be able to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like because here's the trap. If you start at 300 dinners, you start at $300 every day you go on a woo. You gotta maintain that $300 dates. You have to maintain it. If you start it, you have to maintain it. And then before you know it, you done ran yourself dry, trying to keep up with these $300 dates. And ain't no downgrade in romance. Romance, you either gotta go up or you just stuck. You up or you stuck. Like yeah, ain't no downgrade. Mm-mm. So cause once she get used to that steak, can't slide back to sliders. You know what I'm saying? Like once she get used to that T-bone steak, you can't go back and say, okay, let's get one of the little chicken burger for Chick-fil-A tonight. Nah, she gonna want that steak. You know what I'm saying? Now women get quiet on conversations like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know what some of y'all say. Some of y'all be thinking like, if he wanted to, woo through woo, he would. If he wasn't broke, woo through woo, he'd pay for it. Like, if he ain't financially stable, he shouldn't be dating. What? Bull jagger. Bull jagger. And yes, that's true. But let's finish this sentence. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Hey, hey. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to the show, loud and clear. Loud and clear. How you doing out there tonight? How you doing? Tap in.
Wait on my applause.
Yeah, I did it. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna do it again, just for you. You got that one that time? Did you hear it that time now?
Mm-mm. That's
Huh?
crazy.
You still in here?
Mm-mm. Hello.
But you hear me?
I
How
can hear
you
you.
didn't hear no applause?
I don't know. Hmm. Let me check the audio.
That's easy.
What was this about?
Oh, you on a different one tonight?
Uh-oh.
Oh, what
Let me
happened?
see. I did something wrong. Let me see.
I don't know. Feel like you on a different one tonight. You got multiple YouTube pages or something? I thought that JYG would normally be black up there. It's white tonight.
Well, you know how it be. You know, feel a little different.
You still in here?
Hmm?
You still in here to applaud then?
Mm-mm.
Excuse me. I don't
Let me
know then.
log
I'm
out and
sorry.
log back in. Let me see.
Go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. She'll be right back, y'all. You should try tapping in though. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, if he wanted to, he would. But within his reality, you know what I'm saying? Within his reality, that's the key thing to that sentence. If he wanted to, he would. But within his reality, that makes a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? Like a man ain't just gonna go out here. You know what I'm saying? And ain't tricking if he ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like because wanting to do don't magically add zeros to your bank account. You know what I'm saying? Just cause he out there with you and took you on this fancy date, like that don't mean he just automatically gonna it just gonna magically appear in his bank account to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna spend 500 on this date tonight. Like what? Like, no, no, that ain't how it works. So we gotta start like some dude be wanting to take you to like the 5-star restaurants. But thing about it, they got chill as money. You see what I'm saying? They got that 2 for 25. You see what I'm saying? Like they got that type of money, but but they be wanting to take you to the 5-star restaurant, but a lot of times they just don't fall in place like that. And some women be wanting a provider, but then they'll date, artists, hustlers, and dreamers that ain't really working a straight 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing wrong with dreamers. I'm a dreamer. Like, but just don't order lobster when while he's still planting seeds. You feel what I'm saying? Like you gotta know what you're dating. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't working a regular 9 to 5 and he ain't got a steady check and he's still trying to pursue his dreams of putting something together to become a certified entrepreneur, you know. So right now a lot of his money is going into planting seeds. So why would you ask that man to take you on a date to char, you know what I'm saying? Something like that where he got do reservations for the table, and he got you know, a burger in there at $50. The steak is 85. You know what I'm saying? The lobster is 110. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you ask him to do that when you know he's trying to build something that's will sustain him and his family? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be considerate stuff. Now, let me tell you what the real issue comes in though. Dating today ain't about effort. It really ain't. It's a lot of times it's about perception. You know, I think social media done messed the game up. Like real talk, social media done, in my opinion, messed the game up. You see what I'm saying? Like because nowadays everybody comparing their behind the scenes to somebody else. You know, highlight reel on Facebook or Instagram or X, formerly known as Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody's comparing their life to social media life, and it's like, oh, is they doing that? And I should be able to do this. We'll do. I am Aries. I see you out there. Hand clap. Okay. Yes, sir. Appreciate you tapping in. You want some applause? We'll give you some applause. Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. How you doing out there tonight? How you doing? You doing? Hopefully you had a great day today. Hopefully you're feeling good. hmm Hopefully you got some uh, release uh, from last night. So hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully you're ready to turn up. All right. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Mic check, mic check.
Yes,
You hit it that time?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Wait, is she just dating you for your money? And see, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, you gotta think about how sometimes some women do be dating for money. Sometimes some people do. They want to
Mm,
see. They want to see how much you can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, we talking about the real cost of dating as a man. You know, broke or cheap. That's where we at tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe dates. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't believe beginner dates should be $200 dates. You know what I'm saying? If we just getting to know each other and we are trying to actually introduce each other to each other. What's wrong with going to a park? What's wrong with you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with little simple dates? Not necessarily the first date I get a 5-star restaurant. You know, the first date shouldn't be you buying steak and lobsters. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be us actually getting to know each other, not you coming to get full. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's what I'm talking about tonight. And I can barely hear me in the studio. Oh, she ain't saying nothing yet. She quiet right now.
yeah, I was trying to wait until you
Oh,
give
that's
me an
fine.
opportunity to talk.
Oh, my bad. Get in there
I was
then.
just
Uh
listening.
huh. Get in there then. You can get in there. Hey, I'm always ready for somebody to get in there. I like to hear other people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
So
what you
the
think
first
about
of
it?
all, the topic for tonight is broke or cheap, the real cost of dating as a man. My first question is, are you gonna do broke or cheap, the real cost of dating as a woman? You gonna do a part two? for just the ladies, or are we only talking about men tonight, or how you?
Okay,
What are we doing?
so I got something for you then. Okay, since you said that, okay, since you said that, I need a lady to run that show.
I'm a lady.
That's true. Are you willing to run that show tomorrow night? We'll run a part two, the real cost of dating as a woman. We will run them.
Okay, I'll run it.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Then that's what we'll do. Tomorrow night will be the cost of
Six
dating as a woman.
forty-five tomorrow night. You heard it here
Six
first.
6:45. Six. Oh, you must got a lot to talk about. You must got a lot to talk about. Oh Lord.
You
So
okay? Need some water?
yeah, yeah, I got some Mountain Dew. So yeah, it's got carbonated water. Anywho,
What?
uh, um, so what you think about the topic? Let me know what you think. So I thought I've heard you say on the show one time before that you stated like you said like a man shouldn't if he's not um you said broke man shouldn't be dating
First of
or
all,
something like that.
that's number one. Well,
But what
actually,
but what if- what
a
if-
broke man shouldn't be dating is actually number two. That's number two. So
mhm.
let me know when you're ready for me to unpack this, because it seems like I personally feel like some of this stuff that I'm about to say is common sense, but I'm also aware that common sense is not so common, which is why I'm breaking it down.
Go ahead, rock out. I intervene when you get done. Go ahead. Let me see what you got.
So the first thing is, if you're not
And this is
emotionally mature, oh,
hold on. Let me clarify something. So this is just like startup dating. This ain't just we've known each other for years dating. You know what I'm saying? No, this is like startup dating. So that's why we were saying. That's why we're saying broke or cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because some women like expensive dating right out the door, and then some of them you could take to a $20 meal. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's what the premise of the title. So just want to give you a quick overview of where I was going with it. Okay, you go ahead.
is that it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, it's all you now. Anytime.
I'm just, first of all, I'm trying not to laugh. The second thing is,
Hmm.
we got a lot of lists. I don't know if you noticed it, because the first thing that you need to do is be emotionally mature to date. That's the first thing. Because if you're not emotionally mature, then you need to be grounded up, put onto an island, sat at a desk with your eyelids seared open, and learning how to be an adult, how to be
Okay,
emotionally
hold on.
mature, how to have empathy. And, that's the first thing. The second thing is, if you're broke, you don't need to date. Broke means you're homeless. You don't need to date. Broke means you don't have a car and things are not in walking distance. Now, it's different if you live in a place to where your job is a 5 minute walk away, the laundry 5 minute walks away, something to go get something to eat 10 minute walks away. You know what I'm saying? That's different. You don't need a car then. But if you're not in a big bustling city like that, a tri-state area, a metropolitan that has a bus system, a subway system, Uber, Lyft, taxi cabs, phone a friend. You know what I'm saying? Don't date people. Don't waste other folks' time. We need to just get that off the bat first. This so assuming that you're emotionally mature as an adult and you're not broke, then we're at the point where we can talk about the topic now. So um the thing that I want to say about this is I feel like a man, as far as like, depending on what kind of woman he's talking to, um, well, I'm gonna start here. It's a difference between being broke and being cheap.
There you go. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And dating
Hmm.
exposes that fast. When you dating, it exposes that really quickly, really quickly. Being broke is about capacity. So you might be a man that's rebuilding. You might be a man that's paying bills, that's handling responsibility. But a broke person can still be thoughtful. A broke person can still be intentional. A broke person can still be creative. A broke person can still be honest about where they are. And a broke man might say, and we talking about a broke man with integrity, right? A broke man with integrity might say, I don't have a lot right now, but I'm trying and I'm still gonna show up, right? I don't feel like that's a red flag. I feel like that's transparency coming from a man. Because I've dated people who were like upfront and transparent about how much they had and what they had going on. And I ain't had no problem with it. Now being cheap, that's different. That's a mindset. Being cheap is not about money. It's about effort and priority. So cheap looks like no planning. Cheap looks like no initiative. Cheap looks like no consideration. Cheap looks like I always wanted access without investment. A cheap man might have money and still say, "Oh, we got to do all that." He might have just got a bonus, a $3,000 bonus from work, and you like, "Hey, I want to go out on our second date. Do you have any thoughts about any plans or where you want to take me?" Oh, we got to do all that. We didn't already went on one date. We got to go on another one. And so I feel like the issue is like, if you're going to date, you need to understand that dating costs something. And if not money, then it costs you effort. If it don't cost you money, it costs you time. If it don't cost you money, it costs you consistency. And if it don't cost you money, it costs you emotional presence. But you still gonna spend money either way it go. Just like you mentioned earlier, you gotta have gas to get there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have money to look nice. You know what I'm saying? If you don't already have something that looks nice inside of your closet, a lot of times it's been times where I've purchased stuff to go on a date. I had to. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, but here we go. We're gonna do the part two tomorrow. We talk about the latest side of it later on. Right now, we talking about the men. And for men,
You're
like if
you're
somebody
wrong.
wants benefit of dating without paying the cost, that's not dating. That's convenience. So that when that man tell me that, that man is telling me that he want convenience out of me. He's not looking for a partnership. He's not looking for something that I could build with. Because it's supposed to be accountability on both sides. And I don't feel like a lot of women are asking for luxury. Because there are some that are, right? But I don't feel like every woman is asking for luxury. They're asking for intentionality, right? And I don't feel like men are wrong for wanting like appreciation. That, whenever a gentleman takes me out, I always say thank you. Whether he opening the door, opening, the car door, the building door, whether he paying for the meal, which a lot of times they do. I have run into some who don't, but
Hmm.
it's real sad. But anyway, um, you you gotta appreciate that person, and from me, that's common sense. Like, because that's how I was raised as a woman. My mother taught me to always appreciate what a man is doing for you. If you don't do nothing else, you need to say thank you. And you need to look him deep in his eyes and say thank you. You might need to give him a little rub on his hand, tell him thank you. You know what I'm saying? For doing it. Because it's a lot of people who don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't feel like they're wrong for wanting appreciation. I feel like they're wrong when they want access without effort. Like, oh, you want to take a girl out to a fast food restaurant and then you think you're supposed to get some cootie mama. Excuse you? That's all it took. $20.
But but can you? Okay, you said $20. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I don't feel like dating is about how much you spend. It's about how much you willing to show up. And broke is temporary. I'm gonna say this too. Broke is temporary. Cause a man could be broke right now, but if he's intentional, he's giving you all his time, he's giving you the effort, he's giving you the consistency, and he has emotional presence. I feel like that's a man to look at, especially if he a man of God. Because you
Okay.
can it don't really matter about all this other stuff if you looking at what's like the most important thing to you. And I feel like as a woman with us being like nurturers and needing protection and security and certain things, because all women don't need protection and security. Some women in the military and they can protect themselves. They got 3 or 4 sisters that live with them. And they knocking the door down. They always traveling in groups together. Them type of women don't need protection. But then you got other people who don't have 3 and 4 sisters who stay with them, who don't have 3 and 4 brothers who stay with them. They want to be married. They want a husband. And so, you know, I just feel like, excuse me, I just feel like if you can't afford to date right now, then just say that. But don't call effort too much when you asking for access.
Okay. I mean,
You
because
want me?
I'm just saying because you got to think about it, especially like if this our first date, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause let's just say we do go on a date. This our first date, and you want to go. Like I said, okay, where you want to go? We'll do. You pick this fancy restaurant, right? So I'm gonna spend 200 or
I
better
mean,
dollars at this fancy restaurant. You know what I'm
who
saying?
gonna pick?
Cause I'm gonna bring you flowers, woo through woo, and then we go eat, woo through woo, and then you know what I'm saying. And then who's to say that I'm gonna see you again? You might get to the date, you might not like it, you know what I'm saying. But now I done spent all this, and just it's almost like a waste of money. Well,
Well,
we could have
first of
went to
all,
we could
it's
have.
not practical when you getting to know somebody to go to like a Michelin 5 star, a 3 star restaurant. Like that's not practical. You can't sustain that as a man if you're dating and you're not already like a multimillionaire. That's not something that you can sustain. When I was talking about dating, I was assuming that the range of people who are dating is somewhere in between $40,000 a year up to about 1.2 million. That's the range that I'm talking about. From $40,000 a year up to $1.2 million a year. That's the salary range I'm talking about of dating men. When I say dating, right? Because believe it or not, and this might be contrary to popular belief, I have dated a man who made $40,000 a year who treated me way better. Boy, I'm talking about way. I'm talking about it was amazing. Had to marry him. Yes. Like it was so good. And I mean, of course his income grew later, but like when I first met him, he didn't have a whole lot. But the effort was there, the time was there, the consistency was there. The emotional maturity was there. And I went all bent out of shape, He did what he could. And I respect it from a man. I'm not I don't know. I've heard this too. Like being around friend groups and stuff like this. I've heard guys say, you know, I'm so tired of women asking me for money during a date. And I was like, women ask you for money during the date? Yeah, yeah, women be asking for money. I had never heard of that. I didn't know women did that.
Shoot, yeah, a
Ever.
woman ask you for money, ain't talked to you but one day. Yeah, ain't did nothing but text. They ask for some money.
I
Shoot,
ain't
yeah,
never heard of that
like
in my
what?
entire life.
Yeah, yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord.
That's
Oh, y'all
crazy.
said hey to each other. She said, "Oh, I need to pay a bill." What the like? What? All I said was, "Hey," like, like nah, it's
Yeah, that
really
sounds like a
like that out here.
manipulator. Yeah, they don't. I feel like, first of all, that man is gonna treat me whatever value he deems that I am. So if a man is valuing me, if he taking me to a fast food restaurant for a date, then I understand that that man doesn't value me. Now I can also understand that he may be dating multiple people, because I don't feel like nothing is wrong with it. If you do it a certain way, like I believe in Jesus and I date multiple people at a time. Like no kissing, no sex. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
Mm,
If you take all that out, it ain't really no harm in getting to know nobody. And
mm,
I
mm,
feel like I
okay.
feel like
Mm.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I seen something. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're talking about dating somebody and that man has dated, he went out with 6 women this week, and you're the seventh woman, and he spent $50 on each date, it get pretty expensive during the week. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand it.
Definitely
I
do.
get it. I get it. Because like when you have children and y'all go out to eat all the time, it ain't really no difference. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's I can understand why a man would get tapped out quick. Let's just say he's on the lower part of that 1.2 million, you know what I'm saying? Down to 40. Let's say he on the lower part and he made anywhere from 40 to $70,000 a year. Well, if you're going on a date every day of the week except Sunday, and you're spending $50 to $100 every single day on different women, it eats your money up quick. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of money to
I don't
just
care
be
if I was
going
a
out on a date.
millionaire. Right. I
And
don't care if
so
I was a millionaire. They still be too much.
the reason that I
Right.
know that that's expensive is because when I was sick a while back and I really didn't feel like cooking, I would take the gremlins out to eat, and that's how much I was spending, anywhere from like 50 to 100 every single day for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And it got expensive really quick. So imagine assuming that the man is paying for his and her meal, and it's coming out to like anywhere from 50 to $100. That's a lot of money. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but also like I said before, a broke man can be intentional about what he's doing. If he's you can't be broke and not romantic. Like if you broke, you need to
Mm.
compensate to be romantic to let the woman know that you're still interested in her. Because being a person who is saying, no, one of my gremlins is texting me. Anyway, being a person who's saying like, you know what? The easier way to explain this is if I give you examples of what I'm talking about. So let's just say a low cost, high effort date, right? So you
Applebee's.
could do something like a planned walk with conversation with that person, not just oh, let's walk, but you could do like a route, a time, and intentional questions like that you already got pre-prepared so that she'll know that this is effort. She'll see the effort in the preparation. You see what I'm saying? Like a
Yeah.
woman that, but if she don't see the effort in the preparation, that might not be the woman for you. You know, because also everybody don't date to marry, so that man might not be dating to marry that woman. If he, that's why, like being intentional is so important because if you're saying, oh, I don't want to spend $50 a day or $100 a day every time I go on a date, but you're also a man who's a gigolo. You know what I'm saying? Then that makes more sense to me because it's like he's never going to be serious with these women anyway. You see what I'm saying? Then I can understand why a
Mm-hmm.
man would feel like I don't need to spend more than $5 on you. Which in turn, if you just wanted sex, just say that. And you might be surprised with what she say.
Mm.
Cause you got women out here, some of them just want to have fun. They not looking to settle down,
Oh
and it's
yeah.
not the young
Okay.
ones either.
It's not.
Mm-mm.
Mm, know that.
But I don't know. And then it also, when you get to know this woman, or you're getting to know this woman, and you, let's just say you met her in a place where it was busy or whatever, and y'all in the city, and you want to take her out to dinner because that's romantic. Because you hadn't gotten to know her and y'all hadn't talked for any amount of time. Like, yeah, take her somewhere nice. But it don't have to be a Michelin 3-star restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can also do like an art museum if she loved that, like love art. Y'all could do an art walk on free days. Just be like, hey, beat me up at the art walk, you know, and then y'all could talk about money on that date, you know, because I feel like that's important. Like some people, like, and this is, I'm talking about low cost, high effort, right? Like a picnic. It's simple and it's thoughtful. Sandwiches, fruit basket, a playlist. The cost is low, but the intention is high. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna have to put a little money. If you ain't never went on a picnic before, you're going to have to buy like a picnic basket and picnic blankets and cutlery. You know what I mean? But that's the point, right? A sunrise. What am I trying to say?
Sun
Sunrise or
side up.
sunrise or sunset date, right? It's free, it's beautiful, it's memorable, you know, and the effort is showing up on time because you're gonna miss it if you're too late or too early. You know what I mean? Well, too late.
Mm-hmm.
I would do like a game date, maybe on the second date. You know what I'm saying? Like I would invest in the first date to try to see if she's somebody you want to have a second date with. And then the second date, just go free. You know what I'm saying? Go do a game night, do a bookstore or a library date, do a volunteer date, and y'all go to a food bank, community center, or a church outreach and clean up together. You know what I'm saying? See if y'all can share values that way. Or like free community events. Like they do have apps like Eventbrite, and you could go to a concert at the park or a festival or open mic night because the effort is in the planning ahead. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
I even one time I even went on a date where it was like a workout date. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a stretch session, yoga video, walk a trail, Zumba class. You know, and the effort
Mm-hmm.
is the consistency in it. So low effort isn't about money. Like, well, I'm gonna say low cost isn't about money. Like that's about intentionality. If you could plan a hangout, you could plan a date. Like it's not hard.
I mean, sometimes it is because sometimes you don't know. You want to impress that woman so much that you don't want to do simple dates, or you don't think that she's willing to do simple dates. So
Well, that's what you ask
without,
her.
and then what I would
You
say,
know what I'm
without
saying?
asking, so you spending money on top of money trying to make sure that okay that she's happy. And before you know it, woo woo, there you is. You can't make the work Friday because you just spent all the money on that date. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I
Like,
mean,
so,
in a case like that, like if you rushing to meeting her, because sometimes people meet in passing and they want to date somebody that they met in passing. I can understand like spending the money up front on a date, on a really, really nice date to impress her. And then while on the date, you need to be having like questions ready. If you know that you're on the lower end of that dating pool, like 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a year, you need to have your questions ready to try to figure out what type of woman this is. Because it's your job as a man to find a woman in your pay bracket and to pick that woman. All women gonna be expensive. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit up here and like moan and complain about. how expensive women are. Like, people are expensive. It costs a lot of money to live. That's just the simple truth that we have, right? And it don't matter if you have a busy, executive lifestyle. It don't matter if you have like a socialite lifestyle, and it don't matter if you live on a farm, because farm equipment and animals are very expensive. So you're gonna spend money. It's just with different women, you're gonna spend it in different places, but it's still expensive. So that's why I say don't be broke and date.
Mm,
Because if you broke, you done already counted yourself out anyway. You might miss out on a woman that's like truly amazing, but because you can't even sustain yourself, you're definitely not gonna be able to sustain two people.
mm, okay. I don't know. Well, mm, I'm just saying about like I just think you definitely need to be you need to evaluate what you're trying to do and how you're trying to do it when you first talk about dates with this one with this women. Because like I said earlier, once you start it, a lot of them gonna want you to keep it up. They're gonna want the same thing over and over again.
Well,
So
that
if you
also
can't
depend on what kind of woman you talking to, because you got different types of women out there that don't require a lot up front, but it costs you something on the back end. You know what I'm saying? And so with every single woman, it's not about money per se, but you definitely need to have some if you're gonna do any type of dating. Because you might see a woman who's absolutely gorgeous and she just left a job interview. So she looked like an executive woman, but her personality type might be like a boho, earthy girl. And up front, you know what I'm saying? Because usually earthy girls are they're adept at everything. You know what I'm saying? They know how to do their own hair, they know how to do their own makeup. A lot of times they make their own clothes and stuff like that. They spend a lot of time outside. So you want to take her on a date and she's probably not even impressed at a fancy restaurant because it's not important to her. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that because your first impression of her, because she was out of her normal, you know, environment. You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's why I say it's important to like ask. You would want to ask a woman. But if you're not gonna ask a woman, then and you want to impress her, then just do what you think is like impressive, and then she's going to tell you. You can either tell by her reaction to it, or verbally she's gonna say it if she's like a more frank person. You know, she'll tell you if she like it or not. A lot of times you can tell, but you just guessing. Like if you don't ask, you just gonna be guessing, and everybody don't like the same things. You might been on a date with like 12 other women and all of those women like flowers. She might not like flowers. She might like handwritten notes. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. That's true. But you know, I don't know. I just think it needs to be. I think
That's
a
a bit
lot of women
excessive,
need
ain't it?
to. Yeah, yeah, definitely. But I think a lot of people need to. Oh, you see that comment? Okay, that's a bit excessive, right? What's a bit excessive?
I guess she was talking about the flower thing, like buying flowers for all these women that you went on dates on. Some
Oh,
men do that.
I do. I do. Yeah, I buy flowers for all my ladies. I got about 10 of them.
Mm,
Yeah,
they
I
know
just
each
don't
other.
see them. No, I just don't see them. But
Are they invisible? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't see
um,
them? Are they invisible?
um, I don't know. Nah, you can see them. I just don't know where they at. Um, you know,
Are they
uh,
imaginary?
no, no, they are
Oh,
humans. They
Okay.
humans. They living, breathing humans. I just don't know where they at. Um, but so why? Okay, so if you think that, then like just let's just say you got a home girl that went on a date, right?
Hmm.
What's the first question you ask her when she called you after the date?
How was the date?
Right. So how was the date? Okay. So
Hmm.
is that you actually trying to know what the date was, or is that kind of code for, you know, did he take you to a nice restaurant? You know, you know what I'm saying?
Well, when I
Right.
asked that question, I want to know how she felt about it.
Okay. Okay. So you saying there's no underlying stuff for what you asked. Basically, just
Yeah,
cut and
because
dry.
it's an open ended question. How was the date? She might have said, "Oh, the date was great," and then that's the end of the conversation because she don't want to talk about it. Or, when I'm asking, when me as a woman asking another woman how was the date, I want to know how
Mm-hmm.
she felt about it. I need to know, did she feel safe? Not just physically, but emotionally too. Like, was he respectful? Did he listen? Were there any weird vibes? Like, that's what I'm asking. Because I wouldn't ask a woman who went on the date, who's my friend, how was the date, if I didn't care about her well-being. Like, for me, it's like I want to know how she felt about it. That's the first question. So usually women kind of notice about each other and they'll just be like, "Oh, it went this way," and they'll like elaborate about their feelings about the date.
Okay.
So I really don't need to ask another question if she's gonna elaborate, because she's gonna tell me if he was intentional or just present. She's gonna tell me if he showed effort or not. you know Punctuality, was he on time or late? Was he groomed well, the attention that he gave. We're not asking about a price tag.
Okay. So do okay. Let's just say do you pay attention to the man facial expression or body language, like when the check comes?
Absolutely. Because it's gonna tell me whether or not I need to pull out my wallet. Because see, back in the day, you ain't never had to worry about that because the man, you already knew the man was gonna pay. But nowadays, you got some queens out here, and you got some princesses who are male, and they want to feel special. They want you, the woman, to buy them flowers. The man wants you, the woman, to pay to foot the bill for everybody. And if I'm gonna be the man of the relationship, then I need to get out the car and open your door, and I need to get out.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have do nothing. Like, if you want me to be the man of the relationship or the man on this date, then you need to just let me know so I could come out there and open your door, and then to the car, and I can open the door to the building, and I can make lewd jokes that you need to laugh at. You need to laugh at every one of them too, or I'm gonna be mad when I pay the bill. You know, and then I'm gonna casually ask you to do something weird. Because men be asking women for sex at the date. So you know,
I don't know if that even still work. I don't even know that. That's the thing.
it is.
How do you bring up income on the first few dates, or is there a topic for much later in the dating pool? Because that could be a touchy subject. Um, it's definitely need to be well, I'm kind of biased on that. I'm a little on the fence with that because I really don't think income need to come up till we decide whether we actually uh trying to grow together, or have a relationship that's outside of dating. You know what I'm saying? We actually own something that we trying to pursue together. Then I think income plays a part of it. Because if we're not saying, okay, we serious about each other or we committed to each other, why do I need to tell you my income anyway? You know what I'm saying? We just dating because some people do think like Miss Studio said. If I'm dating, I can date multiple people. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm just dating, then I don't even know if I need to enclose that type of information till I decide whether it's actually finna go somewhere or not. You know what I'm saying? Because according to how fast you disclose that, and whether it's a good disclosure or a bad one, can determine what can happen too. Like you can go into the first couple of days, you be like, okay, for the man, like, hey, I make 200, 2 million a month, and that woman ain't finna go nowhere. She finna try to get some of that 2 million a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, but and then if you go in there, you say, okay, hey, I make 1,500 a month. She ain't gonna say that. She going to find somebody else to make a little more cheddar. Like, no, I think it need to be whenever you decide, okay, we are in a committed relationship. That's when I think we need to just talk about income because if we try to build together, then we would definitely need to know some type of knowledge of the income. Like so, like so.
Tag me in.
Mm, tag, you're it.
Okay. So the way I would answer this question, I gotta throw out two caveats first. So the first thing is my father always told me when you're getting to know people, never talk about politics and money. And I've always stuck by that rule. Unless, and this is the second one, unless you're speed dating. In a speed dating situation, I would absolutely introduce income on the first conversation. Period. Because
Mm.
that's the point. I mean, that's kind of the point, you know. Um, if you're serious about like everybody there, usually in a speed dating situation, you're dealing with people who are emotionally mature,
Uh oh.
who already
Hold up. Hold up.
have.
Hold up 1 second. Mister, I'm sorry. Okay, you got the count. Okay, good. There you go. Okay, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay. You're
okay.
dealing with
Welcome to the
people.
show.
What's up?
Mm, mm. Get a mic check on you real quick. I am.
Oh man, no, we thought we was
Good. Now it said her devices ain't connected. Well, you done something right because it allowed you to come up. Oh,
right.
oh, that must have changed. I don't know what you
We
changed.
saw it.
Yeah,
We
but
saw it, and you was on mute.
yeah, yeah. You was in here.
You was in here for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But all right, but go ahead, Mr. Studio. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the first caveat was my father always told me like, don't talk about money, don't talk about politics when you're getting to know somebody. Like at the very beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a no for the first date, unless it's like speed dating situation because like these are people who generally make like anywhere from 100 to 200,000, a year anyway, and they're in the middle range, like anywhere from 100 to $500,000 a year. So
Yeah.
you're not kind of, what I'm saying. These are, you know, so you're not really worried about if they're broke or not. You know what I'm saying? But these are also serious people. Like they're last ditch effort for a relationship. So they ain't trying to waste no time. You know what I'm saying? In those situations, like speed dating, like yeah, I bring it up. But to answer the question, generally, no, you don't ask for those type of numbers early. I feel like you should ask about stability, values, and direction first. Because for me, income is a data point with the way that I date. It's not a conversation starter. Like that's not something that you talk about on the first few dates when you're dating somebody. Like instead of that, you would probably say something like, what do you do for a living and how do you feel about it? Like what does financial peace look like to you? Are you more of a planner or live in the moment type person? Like what are you building towards
Mm-hmm.
right now? That type of stuff. Like I need to know about work ethic and mindset and responsibility and lifestyle expectations. You know, like that's what I want to know about if the first few dates. And
Yeah.
then later when intention has been like established and the intention is clear, that's when I ask about like finances and stuff like that. That happens when you're exclusive, when you're discussing like long-term compatibility, when you're talking about marriage and kids and a shared life. Like at that point it isn't rude, that's responsible to ask how much, because you don't want to like get engaged to somebody and you don't know what they do for a living or how much money they make. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because like if you ask too early, it can kind of feel transactional, and or it can trigger defensiveness in a person, so where they like, oh, that's all you care about, you know what I'm saying? And then there's, for a woman, it's the stigma is there for men to like a woman being like a gold digger, like how you said, right? Or
Right.
it'll confuse like interest with security, and tricking that man into feeling like, oh, she just want to be secure, she's actually not even interested in me or anything that I said. So I don't feel like early dating is about income. It's about stewardship and stability and direction. And the numbers matter later, but the mindset shows up early. So just by asking you, I can figure out everything I need to know on the first date. Like that I need to know. If you ask the right questions, you don't, you're not gonna get trapped inside of it. Of spending all this time with somebody and getting into a situationship with somebody to know if they right for you or not. Unless that person is like super secretive. And even then, if they're super secretive, it will come out in the conversation. Like when you ask certain questions, the way that they answer lets you know, like if this person is somebody that I'm interested in or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm with you on that because, like I said the same thing. Like I think that has to come on down the line. It definitely don't need to be something. I mean, and even you stated, but you said speed dating, but I wouldn't even do it on speed dating. I really
Well,
wouldn't. Like I would still wait on that. I mean, I understand what you're saying though, because you said that a lot of times that's the point of it. Because you're speed dating, you trying to figure out how much you can really see. But I still wouldn't
yeah.
on that. But neither. But that's just me. But I would. It would definitely be something like you just. I need to make sure you hear first before you know what type of income I got because then that might be the only reason you're around. You know what I'm saying? Like I need you around for more than just my income.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I don't need to know how much money you make on date one. I need to know how you think about money on date one. And those are two very different things because you can make a lot of money and be irresponsible with your money. In which case I wouldn't want to pick a person like that because if I decided to marry them, it's a broke mindset. I mean, or it's a, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna
Right.
work.
Right. You was there. I don't know if you hit something on your phone, but you was in here. You
Yep,
was on
you were in
mute,
here.
and then
Yep.
then all of a sudden it said your devices got disconnected. But you were definitely in here.
You was definitely up for sure.
Yeah, yeah. They gave you applause and everything for your hard effort of getting up here.
You could do it again
So
because you did it one time, so we know you can
yeah,
do it.
yeah. So whatever you did that time, just keep doing it, and I mean keep doing the same thing. The only thing, just turn your camera off, and you should be good. You should be. That's the only thing I would say now, unless you want your camera on. You want it on by any means, that's you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, but you were
But
definitely in
as far
here.
as like, yeah, as far as like getting up here, you was up here. Your picture was up. You was on mute. It looked like it was working.
Yeah. So, um, but
But like
yeah,
I was
that's what.
saying, You can make a lot of money and be irresponsible, and you can make less and be disciplined with the money. And I would always choose the person that's disciplined over the person that's irresponsible.
Mm,
Because income can change, character usually doesn't, though. I'm
mm.
finished.
I don't know. I don't know if I. Well, yeah. I guess so. I guess so.
I mean, that's how I feel. You ask me my opinion.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't look at something else. Yeah. But see, I don't know. But like I said, that's definitely one of them things that will come later down the line. Like that. That wouldn't be nothing that I would need to talk to you about the first few dates. Cause like I said, we still got to establish whether we trying to go somewhere with this or not. Like, cause I don't need you sticking around just to be sticking around because now you think, oh wow, okay, he make 100,000 a year. Let me stick around to get some of the money. Like, no, I tell you that when I figure out whether you actually be invested or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know that you here for me and not just what you think you can get out of it. You know, but
I agree with that.
yeah, it's definitely a ladder conversation.
I mean,
Um,
and if you choose your questions right, you can actually, I mean, people are accidentally reveal their income anyway. So it just depends on what kind of questions you choosing when you're going on these dates. So, I mean, but men and
but
women hear questions differently, though. So
that's definitely true. That's definitely true. Cause mm,
what?
I was just trying to see. I was looking at something. I'm sorry, but yeah. So I don't know, cause there's a few things that need to be weight. I mean, need to be louder in the conversation about dating someone. Um, because yeah, you gotta give a little time to find out their intentions because some people can hide it pretty good. You know what I'm saying about what their true intentions are. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to wait it out to
I
see.
don't think you gotta wait it out. I think you need to pay attention and discern, because if you're good at discernment and you're asking the right questions, the intention is gonna become clear. Because even ambiguity is, it tells you something. You know what I'm saying? Especially like around
Yeah,
money and dating, it's gonna tell you. Like when a woman asks a man about money at work, a lot of times I feel like men here, like, am I being measured, or is this a test, or is she checking to see if I'm enough, or is she about to judge the future, my future worth? You know, that's them the kind of, I feel like they hear that question, right? And
and
it can backfire on you if you ask those type of questions to a man, because it can make him feel like, there's pressure or performance, or this is a provider evaluation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's a man that's in the middle of building, you know?
yeah, but see, and that's the thing, like you said, now, and to your point, Leah, yeah, a lot of questions like that do come up like that to me, and because now we're wondering what your intentions are. You know what I'm
Eh,
saying? Because
I
if
feel
you
like,
hear them questions, go ahead.
mm-hmm, I'm listening.
Because you hear them questions that comes off like that, and we interpret it a different way. Yeah, now I don't want to talk to you, even though
Yeah,
that
because,
might not be your intentions, but I don't know that.
right. Because, like, men often answer from an identity place. They think it's identity. And women ask from a security place. So The man is thinking, is this about my worth? And the woman is thinking, this is about our future. But that's where the disconnect is. You know what I'm saying? And nobody is wrong. I just feel like people be speaking different emotional languages sometimes.
Uh,
I really
and
do
that's
feel like
true.
men hear income questions as like judgment. And women, we're not asking them to judge you a lot of times. We're asking them in preparation, right? It'd be the same question, but different ears, you know?
Yeah, but mm, that was a good question though. Like, I mean, you know, that she asked about that. But like I said, I wouldn't just close it that early. No. Now, like Miss Studio said, if you got the right question or pick out the right question to ask, you might get out of them anyway.
Absolutely.
You know. But
Has a woman ever asked you, you know what was the weirdest question a woman ever asked you around income and dating? Like while you were dating her and you were trying to get to know her first date?
mm, mm, you said the wildest. Mm,
Yeah, like something that made you run away. Because I know you mentioned earlier, like if you ask a certain question, you'll feel like you like I don't want to talk to her. So what would make you
yeah.
do that? Like what question?
I don't know. I think the weirdest one I had, I think somebody like questioned my sexuality while we was on the date. Like, I think that's the weirdest one I've ever had. Oh, you okay?
Oh yes, I thought I was
Jeez.
on mute.
Okay. Uh, I think that's the weirdest one I ever had. But other than that, like I don't think I had ever had another weird question like that. Um, but to say that I wouldn't talk to this woman, like, yeah, nah, if definitely if we sitting there trying to get to know each other and all she asking about is money, this and money that, that'll be a definite red flag for me not to want another date. If she some type of mother and she says like that she don't take care of kids or something like that. Like little stuff like that would definitely um be a turn off for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's certain things you should do as a woman regardless. You know what I'm saying? So um
Why did she ask you about your sexuality? Let's go back to that.
mm, I don't know. I think she said like she wanted a like she wanted a man that could or she was or she or she was thinking about getting a man that could do like, her hair and her toes and nails and stuff and still be, a man. You know what I'm saying? I think she wanted like a real man, but a bisexual vibe. You know what I'm saying? Cause she like, oh, you can do my hair with the woo. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Like, I mean, I could have done it because I used to do my daughter's hair, but I mean, I'm like, but no, that ain't what I do. I bring more than just in that. So yeah, it was wild. I almost got up and walked out, but well,
Why? Why did you walk out?
I said I almost did because I feel offended, really. That I've never had that question asked, so I'm like, dog, do I look like it? Like, what am I doing different? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe you were well groomed, you know?
but I thought most men are well groomed. like,
No. It's some
like,
it's some animals out here that don't keep themselves up.
yeah, it's some, but for the most part, most men are pretty well groomed with themselves. Most men take care of themselves to like especially like haircuts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like most of them gonna do that. Now I ain't saying they do all the other self care stuff,
That
but
ain't been my experience. Like, when I used to date like working class men, a lot of times their grooming was off.
mm, but that most of the time that mean they already got who they want. Because for
They claim they
some
was
men,
single now. They claim they was single, but they fingernails dirty, and it's like, ooh, why
well,
you got all that
th-
dirt under your nail and you didn't wash your hands before you eat dinner? Like that's disgusting,
well,
you
dirty
know?
fingernails is a common working man thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you actually does any type of work, your fingernails gonna be dirty. I'm sorry, it's what I believe. Now, if you sitting behind a desk all day or something like that, it probably shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But according to what all else you do, it's still a proper still a chance that it can be dirty or will get dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but
I don't necessarily agree with it. Like if we agreed on the time and the day to go on a date and you didn't even have the
mhm.
decency to leave the table and go wash your hands even then. I mean, I can understand like, oh, I was rushing for this date, but we here now and your nails dirty, like that's disgusting. You gonna eat with dirty nails? That's disgusting. The grooming just be off. So, mm-mm. And it's more people than you think.
You might be right. Yeah. I'm just saying with me, like sometimes I don't know sometimes my nails do be dirty. You know?
On a date?
Yeah, they've been dirty before on a date. And I could have just got out the shower and ain't done nothing else and drove straight to that date and my nails to get right back dirty. Not doing nothing, just driving. Like I don't know.
The real
Um,
question is how dirty is your steering wheel? If that's the case, you got dirt under your nails and you just got out the shower. Like I just feel like
well, my
how
nails don't
well
be going into my steering wheel.
that's a strange phenomenon. I ain't never heard that one. You got to wash your
Just
hands before you
saying.
come in. That's crazy.
Just saying for real. Like
Mm-hmm. No, about that one.
it's possible. That's all I'm saying. Cause I see what the world. It's possible because I've seen it. What the?
Everything okay?
Huh? Look at that something.
What are
I'm
you
trying to
looking
see
at?
what's going on.
Is I am Aries trying to come back up?
It says, oh no, you are live. It making it look like she's screaming my live somewhere. Guest destination. Hold up, what? I'm tripping or something. Okay, there she go. Mic check.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yay, we got in.
Whoop whoop. Give her a round of applause.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, hello,
My
hello,
comments
hello.
wasn't coming through at all, so I had to get in.
The comments wasn't coming through. I don't know what you got going on with you stuff.
Okay. So I don't know where y'all at now because I've been in settings and all this stuff. So
On the moderator side, I don't see any comments like coming through or that are held.
Well,
So
Mhm.
he read the last few before I got in, but
okay.
for a while they weren't coming through.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. You talking about earlier? Okay.
Yeah, and when
I
I
don't
said
know what.
that's a bit excessive, I was talking about the date every day, spending $50 to $100 a day,
Oh yeah,
getting
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
million. Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
yeah. Hey, but if you
And
trying to find one,
exactly. Yeah. I ran into
Like
guys
Miss
who
Video
said they were
said,
doing it.
you can find uh, cost effective or less expensive dates to go on when you're trying to find. Save
that's
those
true. But
more
oh,
expensive
I'm sorry.
dates or those dates that you're trying to impress a certain woman. Um, Save those dates for later.
I agree with that.
But okay, now what if you? What if that's all you running into though? What if you run? What if every person you come in contact with
That
is
depends on your bank account.
looking for a special date?
That depends on your bank account. If if you're running into that constantly and you know you can't afford that, then you need to step back
Don't date.
and
Oh
reevaluate
Lord.
yourself because it may be something you giving off.
Mm, mm.
Like for example, I get these bomb type men
Not
that
the
don't want nothing.
dusties.
Yeah, the dusties. They don't want nothing but sex. So for a while I was like, do I have that written on my
Well,
forehead?
what's wrong with that though? What's wrong? I mean, oh, you said nothing but
That's
sex. Okay,
that's
my bad.
that's not what I'm looking for. If that was something I was going for at a time in my life, that probably would have been okay. I might have been going, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. And they'll want to take me out on a date here and there, but then that'll slack away, and they're like, "Well, shoot, can we just chill at your spot, or you want to come chill at my spot?" You know, and automatically in my brain that goes to, "Oh, he trying to see how he can seduce me."
Yep. That's what it is.
So that's not what I'm looking for, but that's all I kept attracting. So I don't know if it was my confidence. I don't know if my conversation led to something sexual because I can go there sometimes. But when I go there, I kind of try to word it in a way that it doesn't scream, I want sex. Like something sexual may come up, but it may come up in a joking matter. You know what I mean? And he'll take that and run with it. So I had to
I
reevaluate
mean,
myself and see what I was saying, what I was doing, how was I dressing, and all that stuff. And I really hadn't got it figured out yet, because I've kind of pulled back from just dating and trying to let that man come to me. Excuse me. But my issue is I have to get out more.
yeah, you
For
gotta get out more, or you gotta do it on, or you gotta do it on dating apps for one.
I'm not. I tried the dating apps that didn't work out for me. Um,
Well, I mean, okay, so if that's the case, then you just saying you gonna give up on everything because sometimes in person don't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't happen the first time you go out there, or the second time you go out there. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
And I'm okay with rejection. I'm okay with um,
shit.
it
Mm.
not working out for me. Um, uh, that no is just making its way to a better yes or a yes. Period. That no is like okay. I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, shoot, that's a no. That wasn't for me. So I'm
Right.
moving something else.
But yeah, yeah, don't give up. I mean,
No,
but I
I
don't know.
haven't given up.
Mm. But you say you pull back.
I pulled back. I haven't given up. But I pulled back because I was on dating sites for a minute, dating apps for a minute, and strangely, I kept running into a lot of friends of friends, like somebody I've either dealt with before or somebody I know that I wasn't interested in. So I
But
kind of,
that mean you gotta widen your your search. You can't be dating in the
Horizon.
same city. Yeah, you can't be dating in the same season. I mean, same city forever. You gotta go some cities over or some. You know, you gotta go. You gotta go a little bit further.
you may
You
be
gotta go
right.
where don't nobody know you at.
You may be right.
Even if, it might have to go an hour away. Even if you have to do that, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
But
issue for me. Like,
why is it? What's the issue for you? Because they should be
because
traveling to you. So for the most
even
part,
if there's
anyway.
no,
So
there's still an issue for me. Because if I need you now and you're not 15 to 30 minutes away, I got a problem with that.
I need you now. Okay, so
I
I
might even
understand.
make a
So
after 12 o'clock call, and I gotta wait an hour for you to get here. By the time you get here, I'm probably pissed off
well, when you pissed off for what? Because he had to travel to get to you.
because you first of all it's after 12. Second of all, because it took you an hour to get here. Um, Most of the time it's gonna take 2 hours because you ain't prepared yourself to come to me. So you gotta get prepared and then be on your way. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can understand what you're saying on that. But I'm just saying, but you gotta venture out something because a lot of times if we keep dating in the area that we from or close to that, we're gonna run into some people that know somebody that already know somebody. You feel me? Like
you
Mm.
right.
because because we've dated already, so
I'm just not into dating a guy that is a friend of somebody I've dated before.
right.
Mm.
Right. Yeah, that's the bro code. Yeah, he
Yeah,
shouldn't be breaking the bro code
I ain't
anyway.
trying to get in with the homies, you know. I just,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
The,
that girl.
what the who put that up there? What the what? This studio always doing stuff, bro. She always doing stuff.
What you do?
She always doing stuff. she don't she don't learn how to operate this thing and she just doing stuff now. Like I had to think about it for a second. I said, who would have done it? Yeah, Lord. But
That's my reaction
yeah,
to that.
yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, but
And I missed
I mean,
your answer to the question about how to bring up income
well,
on like the first few
I
dates.
wouldn't bring it. I wouldn't bring it up till we determine whether we serious or not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I would bring it up. The dating period, I wouldn't even bring it up because either or, because you have women that work now too. So either or, if that woman is making a substantial amount of money, that man might want to stick around just because she making that money. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah.
And ain't even really serious about it. Just want the benefits of the money that he can get from her. You know. So I wouldn't bring that up till we like further down the line and we know for sure this is something that we are already building. The dating part, no, because people sit around and wait to hear stuff like that just to be able to use it against you.
That's true.
So I wouldn't. No, I would wait way long. This guy.
Wait, wait.
Yeah,
Shenanigans.
yeah. The shenanigans. Yeah, Lord. Mm-mm. But yeah, I would definitely wait on that. So yeah, that wouldn't be. And then if a man bring it up, you about know he looking for something.
What are
Yeah.
you looking for?
Um, he looking for a handout. He looking to be taken care of. A man bring it up because most of the time women gonna bring that up before men do. Most men ain't gonna bring up income. Um,
Gee,
But I don't mean
Willikers.
specific
unless
income. I don't mean the specific amount that you make. I mean just
mhm,
the topic of money. Period. Um, we're on a date and you take me to this expensive restaurant and the ticket comes back and it's $200. And
yeah,
do I say something? Oh wow, this is $200. Do you need my help or do you have it? Or you know,
no, you don't say nothing. You better sit there and look pretty.
but
That's
I'm
all you
going to
better
get
do.
you the
Because
body language of, oh my God, I didn't think it was gonna be this high. Like, shoot, I didn't bring but $100. Can you
well,
help me out with this?
that's gonna come out real quick. Cause according to what type of restaurant you go to, he should know that before we even go in the door. Cause some of these
Mm.
restaurants you can look at and you can tell they gonna be a little bit more than $100. You know what I'm saying? So and then that's why let me see how I put this. That's why sometimes I like to collab with people about where to go when you're going on dates, not just one particular person pick. You know what I'm saying? Because who's to say because you want a good meal like that I actually got it? You know what I'm saying? We can collab and we can come to an agreement, and that way it shouldn't be no issue when we go there. You know what I'm saying? So,
So is it
but
fair to
now
say that
in
the
but
man should plan the date?
is it fair to say what now?
That the man should plan the date.
I'm on the fence with that. Now
I
I'm on the
think
fence with that.
that a man should plan the date because when you go on a date and the ticket come back $200, that's not the moment to interrogate the man. That's the moment to observe as a woman. Like I would definitely, you know what I'm saying? Because how a man handles the bill tells you more than anything else he says. Like, does he reach for it confidently? Does he hesitate? Does he say something about the bill, like make a joke? You know what I'm saying? Does he ask you to split it? Or say he left his wallet in the car or he didn't know he was gonna be this much? Like that response is the data that you need.
Mm.
All you need to do, if he pays without commenting, all you need to do is just say thank you sincerely, and that's it. No speeches, no guilt, no overthinking. Just thank you for dinner tonight. This was wonderful. This was lovely. And leave it at that. Like, I feel like if a man is unsure or he says something, then I feel like you got clean, like, I feel like you got clean options there. Like, at least two, right? So, like, option A, you can be like, I don't mind splitting it if that's easier for you, and then wait for answer to see what he say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that keeps it calm and non-confrontational with him. And then you got option B, right? And I would probably say something like, before we do anything awkward, how do you want to handle this in reference to the bill? And so that way kind of invites communication, and he's not tense. Because one thing that I learned the hard way is don't embarrass a man, don't test a man, don't weaponize that moment, and don't decide his entire worth off of one bill. That's what you should not do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like when does the money conversation happen? After the date, not during it. Like later that night or before the next date. Like, oh, I really enjoyed tonight. And I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page about dates and expectations moving forward. That's what adults do. It's clear, it's respectful, it's concise, it's to the point, and you get the information that you need based off of how he answers the question. And even if he doesn't answer the question, that still gives you information. That's data, right, about this man. So, I mean, for me, it's the pattern, right? The bill is not the test.
Right.
Because a $200 date doesn't define a man, whether he paid or not. It don't define
Right.
him.
That's true.
Or I like to play devil's advocate. Anywho,
Or and but.
um, or that could be a conversation you could have before the date. Be like, hey, what do we chose this restaurant? Do you know that this restaurant gonna be kind of expensive before we go here? We'll do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on the fence about playing a date stuff because I'm the type. Excuse me. I'm the
Well,
type.
while you're coughing,
I want. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say while you're
Mm,
coughing, I can just add
mm.
lightly that collaboration is not a bad idea because I have done that before on dates over there. Like, get a guy's number. He want to take me out, and he asked me like, what types of places do you like to eat out? So he can kind of get a range of what type of woman I am. I'm okay with that question. If he mentions a place like, hey, I would like to take you to X, Y, and Z place, and I've never been to X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? I look it up right then. I'll literally say, hold on, let me look this up real quick. Let me check this out and see what the menu is like. And usually, when you look the online menu up, you can see about, you could Google it and see like what the price range is. And then I'll just tell him what I'll be having if we go to that restaurant, like right then. So he'll kind of have in his mind, okay, she's gonna buy this and this and that, and I'll pay for it. You see what I'm saying? That way, it takes the pressure off of him because some people still have anxiety about money as adults. Like, and I do as a woman. Like, I'm a high functioning, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that anxiety. Like, yeah, I can have it in cash and on a card and on a credit card and in a cashier's check and still be like have anxiety around paying for stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dealing with a man that's like that and you don't know that he's like that yet, it's easier to collaborate with him first.
Right. And see, that's the way I am because I want a woman to be happy or enjoy wherever it is we going. So I'm gonna be like, hey, where you want to go? Like, what you want? You know what I'm saying? Like, and most of the time, the price don't matter. If you really want to go on that date, most of the time, how much you spend really don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you got it or you don't. Like, for real. So, but that should be something you should be staying up front anyway. Like, whoop the woo. I no, we can't go to this 5-star restaurant tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to do that on the second date. Can we do Chili's or Applebee's today? You know what I'm saying? Like most time, I mean, and for some men, they have too much pride about themselves too. You know, to say stuff like that. But hopefully, that man will be able to, put his pride to the side and just, you know, voice it.
But isn't that planning for a date though? That's still planning for a date when you think
Uh, you can say it is, but I'm just
you
well.
don't
When
believe
I
it.
say when I think of planning for a date, I'm thinking of me planning everything out without no collab from that lady. You know what I'm saying? So if we planning together, that's different. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. But I don't want to solely plan a date, like, and she have no knowledge of anything that's going on. I don't want to do it that way because what if I do that and then she don't like the spot I picked? You know what I'm saying? Then she ain't enjoying herself. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, oh, that for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I take her a quick trip and she want to go to Bucky's. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, that
Just saying.
whoa.
Two very different gas stations. Whoa.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's the dynamic of it.
But shouldn't there
So
be communication beforehand, before the date even begins, um, about things that she likes, regarding food? Like, I like Italian food, or I only eat Chinese food, or um, I would like to
but
try,
the the the, the,
said
the
food.
but the thing about that now is nowadays you can get a lot of food from a lot of different places. I mean the same food from a lot of different places. You know what I'm saying? Like it may be
I don't trust it. If
like
you
it
got
might
if you
like
if you if you got a restaurant and they sell steak, fish, chicken, and Italian at the same time and Mexican, and it's like I don't know if I want to eat there because
Well,
how can
well,
all of that variety be good? Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. But so that's what I'm saying though. Like they just say, okay, yeah, okay, the lady I'm trying to date is she love fish. You know what I'm saying? But the fish don't be good everywhere, and let's just say I pick a bad restaurant for the fish. You know what I'm saying? So it still would in turn into her not liking that evening because I picked a bad restaurant for the fish, even though she love fish. You know what I'm saying? So I like to just allow a person to pick for themselves because sometimes picking your
What?
own poison is better than somebody picking it for you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Like,
like it's a difference between that though. Like, it's a good distinction, and a lot of people like feel this way but can't always explain it. You know what I'm saying? So like I think what you're talking about now is like collaboration, right? Collaborative dating planning. So like what kind of questions would you ask to collaborate as a man to ask a woman like if you want to collaborate with her for dinner or on a date?
hmm you saying what kind of
If
question would I ask?
yeah, you don't the man, aren't you?
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I thought you. No, I'm used to you just talking to go ahead. I'm sorry. But anywho,
Wow.
what kind of question would I ask if I'm trying to go on a date with a woman? Uh, I would just really I ask her what she want to do or what do she enjoy doing. Outside of the house. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the uh, first question, and then I would ask her like, what food would she want, or does she got a taste for, or you know what I'm saying, or what type of environment does she like to be in while she eating? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them the questions I would ask. You know.
And if you didn't have her collaboration, what does that look like? Like you planning the date?
Mm, mm, I don't know. Hmm, I don't know. I don't know what that would look like. Honestly,
Wow. I can tell you what I think.
what you think?
Well, so if the man is planning a date, what that looks like is him picking the place. Like he sets the time, he handles the logistics, he confirms the plan, and the man is probably gonna say something like, "Be ready at 7," or "I got reservations," or "I'll take care of it," because those like when I like when a man does that because those are qualities of like leadership, initiative, like confidence. Like he's comfortable being the host, and he's likely expecting to pay. You see what I'm saying? So like that's the energy when a man asks me or tells me be ready at 7 or something like that. The energy translation is him saying, I want you to show up and enjoy yourself. Like, don't worry about this. I have it. I've got it. Right. So then the woman can like relax. The woman has the clear expectations of what's going on. It's less awkward and it feels intentional and it feels romantic and it's easier for the woman to be like, I ain't gonna say let her guard down, but I would definitely feel more comfortable with a man like that. Like, but in a way, I can see how it could feel controlling if he never asks preferences, like at all, ever, you know, or ignore her comfort or boundaries, like in an extreme way. Other than that, I think that's a real good green flag, like a man planning a date. But
Mm.
collaboratively, I think that looks more like I've had guys ask me stuff like, "What do you feel like doing?" or "Do you want to help me pick a sport?" or "We could figure it out together." You know what I'm saying? Like these shared decision making conversations. And what that signals to me is like mutual interest, or he values like equality and planning, or maybe he's testing compatibility, because that's the thing. Or sometimes it's financial caution, you know? And so the energy translation there is like, I want us to co create this experience. Like, that's what I hear when a man is like collaborative with me about dating, Because I mean, it's definitely shared ownership of that. And it shows consideration and it can feel more, it's definitely more modern and it can feel more relaxed to some people who live like in that modern way. And I feel like it's great for early or casual dating, but on the downside, if it's unclear, then it can feel like low effort if he overuses it. Like if every single date you want to collaborate, you can't think of that one time, not once, ever.
Not
And
once.
we done been on 50, 11 dates and you ain't playing one of them by yourself. Are you incapable of doing that, sir? Like, you know what I mean? I start to feel like that. Or, I feel like it could create confusion about who's paying. That's the biggest thing too. Because if you want to collaborate with me on the date, then you must don't want to pay my ticket. You're not a gentleman. You
I
might be
still
a
want. I
man,
could.
but you're not a gentleman.
Why?
And
Why I can't?
it also may shift the emotional labor into the woman because now she's having anxiety about the date, right?
Okay. So why this can't be like a building exercise or a growing to a building uh togetherness in the future, because if I'm trying to be with you. What's wrong with using dating as something that we can collab on to build us up to where later on in life we can collab on any and everything that we have to deal with. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm still the man. Like, I'm still paying. But what's wrong with collabing and building that chemistry in that type of department?
In what context? Because I said if he overuses it. So if you're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
what I just said, like him overusing it, and every single time, like he's never planned a date solo dolo with me. He wants me to collaborate every single time. That's not something that, yeah, I don't see that being a lifetime thing unless this man is like my best friend and we have that understanding. Like I'm
Okay.
getting to know somebody and that's his steez. Like I'm gonna think that he's incompetent in
Hmm.
leadership.
Mm.
Like we done went on 11 dates, and you can't plan one surprise for me, not one ever. He probably don't know
What if
how.
what if she don't like surprises?
What if who don't like surprises?
The lady. What I mean, whoever he's talking to. What if she don't like surprises?
A
Then
man gonna
then
do
is it
whatever it
wrong?
is that. Here we go. Here we go. Cause
Here we
I can
go.
understand that because I'm a type of woman who don't like surprises. But here's the thing. A man is going to be a man and he's going to show you who he is. So if he really, really, really wants me to have something, the it's not going to be about the surprise. It's going to be about the effort put forth for the surprise. So I'm going to take that into consideration, even if I don't like surprises. You see what I'm saying? But that's still him
Mm.
taking the initiative, and that's still him showing me leadership. See, he could like never plan a date, and then one day he want to plan a date and it's a surprise for me, and he like be ready at 7. Oh, now I know that he knows how to do this, that he's not incompetent. So it gives me data even if I don't like the surprise. You see what I'm saying? I'm still going to be grateful because he put the effort and the care into trying to do this for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not buttholes. Well, I don't know about everybody, but I wouldn't be a butthole about that.
Okay, okay, okay. I feel you. I am Aries, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Get
here.
in there. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, definitely
What's your
surprise
thoughts?
me. Like, let me know that you are capable of planning a date. I don't want to collab all the time either. Um, I'm okay with that sometimes, but every date we go on, like, mm-mm, I'm gonna start saying no to the dates. Like, you know what? Nah, I don't want to get out and do nothing. Just gonna stay at the house and chill. You can come by the house, you know.
See, that's right. Netflix and chill.
Just because you come by the house
No.
does not necessarily mean Netflix and chill.
No. No. That's a cop out.
Because
Mm-mm.
we can sit on the porch, we can sit in the vehicles and just communicate, converse with each other.
I'm okay with a low cost date, but I'm not okay with a low effort date. Like, low effort, Netflix and chill is very low effort to me. Very low effort. That's not the type of man that I want to be with.
That's
You
not
can't
a
think for yourself.
Huh? Huh? You don't
Like
want a
what?
Netflix and chill? You don't want Netflix and chill
Mm-mm.
sometime.
Who?
You don't want a Ruco and chill sometime. Come on now.
I mean, I can't
Like,
speak for
come on,
everybody. I'm
man.
just
now.
saying
We can go to the
everybody got
Like,
their
movies.
preferences.
We can
Right.
go
We
to
can
the
go to the
movies.
movies, but
we got the movies at the house. Everything that's in the movies you can have at
It's
the
about
house.
the
What's wrong with
experience, getting out, having fun, conversation, and then we go home. You go to your home, I go to my home. That's the end of
so
the
you
day.
want to go so you just want to go spend $60 just for the experience. Basically, what you're saying.
Yeah, the experience
When we could have.
with my date, the experience of just getting out, seeing a new movie, um, the experience of being around other people.
So if I tell you we can stay in and watch this new movie too, you still rather go out?
Yeah,
I mean, if I've known
Mm.
you
if
for a long
if
time,
we're dating, still dating, in that dating process, like I would rather we go out. Cause me inviting you into my home before we get into a serious relationship is a no no for me. Cause like I said,
Mm.
that goes in a man's mind. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, she brought me in the house. Yeah, next step is the bedroom.
Yes, Lord. Yeah,
And that's not what we're trying to do
I didn't say that out loud. I did.
on the third
I
date.
was on, I was on mute.
No, I don't. I don't feel. I disagree with what he was saying because I have a problem with constant collaboration, but I don't have a problem with it if it's balanced. See, the issue with collaboration becomes is when it becomes the only mode, right? When there's constant collaboration, I feel like I begin to feel like, oh, he can't do anything for himself. Like I have to be the brains in this relationship if we decide to have a relationship because it puts like the mental and the emotional burden on me. And if he's if we've been out a couple of times and I had to pay for my meal, it also puts the financial burden on me because I don't personally believe that a woman should pay for everything when she's with a man. If a man is around, he should be opening the doors. He be, you know what I'm saying? He should be paying for the meals. He should be picking up the heavy things. He should be, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I'm not bumping my head if something fell off the table to the floor by putting his hand on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be with a gentleman. I need to be with a man who knows how to treat a lady. And if you lack those very basic skills, then there's no leadership. It feels like there's no leadership. Like when a man asks what you want to do every single time or where you want to go every single time or whatever you want is fine. Like you start to feel like if I have to decide everything,
You
am
might as
I
well be
dating
dating
or am I
yourself.
managing? Right. Am I dating or am I managing? She right. Because it's not about control, it's about relief. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it also removes the feeling of being chosen from a woman. If a man is always saying like, well, whatever you choose is cool with me. It don't matter. Whatever you want to pick, right? Like surprises, even the small surprises say that I thought about you when you weren't in the room. And that's sweet, that's kind, that's thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? And when nothing is ever planned or ever initiated, then I'm starting to feel like I'm involved, but I'm not being pursued. You're not pursuing me if we got to collab on every single thing. There are no leadership skills there. You see what I'm saying? And it shifts this emotional labor onto me because now I have to plan, I have to suggest, I have to decide, I have to adjust. What other role is a woman in where she has to do all those things? Motherhood. So is this man my child now? Have I just adopted another child that I have to think for? Because it doesn't feel equal. It feels like I'm carrying the experience. Like, and a man is supposed to carry the experience, not a woman. That's what I believe. So to me, that's low effort. You know what I'm saying? They don't come off as like equality. It don't, and equality doesn't mean neutrality either. You know what I'm saying? Effort looks like initiative, creativity, follow through. And without that, the collaboration starts to feel like I'll show up if you organize it. It don't feel like I'm intentionally choosing you because I want to be around you or because I think you're beautiful or because I want to get to know you or because I want to live a life together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it creates like a doubt about his capacity to do things. Like, and here's the part that I'm probably like thinking in my mind, but probably not saying. It's like when a man never plans and he never, ever, ever surprises it, like me, or never leads, then a woman may start wondering, like, if you can't plan a date, can you even plan a life? And you say you're dating to marry, you know what I'm saying? A lot of men date to marry, right? And if a man is not dating to marry, then I'm probably not gonna go on a date with him anyway. But let's just assume that he is dating to marry. If he's if we've been dating and we've gone on 3, 4, 5 dates, and you haven't planned one of them or initiated any of that, like I'm starting to think like if you can't plan a date, then you can't plan a life. That's pattern recognition. That's not an insult to that man. It's just me stating the obvious. It's obvious that you don't know how to do this because if you did, then you would have done it by now. It don't take that long. Like when a man really, really, one thing that I figured out about men, if they really, really, really like you and they really pursuing you for real, that man is gonna bend over backwards. That man is gonna be thinking about her all throughout the day. She gonna be running through his mind all throughout the day. He gonna be thinking about ways that he could do stuff. If she mentions something, he's gonna try to get it for her. Even if she ain't said like, "Oh, I seen this new book I want." You know what I'm saying? Like she could just casually be talking, how was your day? Oh, I had a great day. I went to the bookstore today. I saw the new cover of, Danielle Steele just came out with a new book. It's amazing and I'm gonna get it one day. Not right now, but I'm thinking about going about it, going back and getting it. That lady is gonna have that book if that man really cared about her. And like stuff like that, small surprises. Like I didn't have to tell him to go get that book. He just asked me what was going on today and I just it came out, right? So, I mean, a man collaborating with every single thing is kind of like, I don't feel like it's incompetence. I feel like it's imbalance, you know? Like, I need collaboration and initiative because collaboration without initiative feels like it feels less like partnership and more like delegation. And I feel like he's just putting up with me. Does that make
So
sense?
so would so is that something that's discussed or just expected?
Well, what you talking about in general, women in general, or you're asking my personal opinion?
Your personal opinion. Because
Oh,
you
I'm
were
a tell a
personally talking
man.
about you, right?
I'm a tell a man. No, I was generally talking about women and how I would feel women feel,
Oh,
and I,
okay.
I did throw in I did throw in my personal opinion at the end, but um, yeah,
Yeah, it
like
sounded real
generally
personal.
speaking, hmm?
Yeah, so yeah, it sounded real personal. That's why I thought that. So,
Generally speaking,
mhm.
a woman should tell a man, period. I know personally I will tell a man. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to tell you. We're going to have this conversation because I don't like ambiguity. And I don't think any woman likes to be just confused about what's going on. People like we said on a previous podcast, people like to be in the know. People like to understand expectations, and people it's only fair to everybody because everybody's a human being. Like that's not right for you to really really like somebody but to never tell them, or to really want to pursue them but to not do anything to show effort. It's not
Mhm.
fair to you because then they're not going to have a clue. And then on the flip side of that, if you're the woman in this equation and you're supposed to be being pursued, if a man is not showing me that, I'm just going to naturally think he's uninterested. He's not interested in the way I would want him to be. Meaning, like, you ain't showing no effort at all. Like, I can see little effort. Like, you can tell. It could be
Mhm.
something as simple as going to the store and buying me a pack of pencils because you know I'm a teacher. That's effort. You didn't have to do that. But if a man is not doing anything and he's always collaborating and he never initiates, like the pattern is clear that you're not a leader, or you may be incapable of doing that, or maybe you don't know what that looks like. And so I'm going to say something. And I feel like other women should too. If you don't, I mean, unless you like ambiguity, unless you like confusion, unless you like stuff to be kind of foggy and you're not really serious about people. I just feel like if you're serious as a person, you're gonna want to have some clarity about where this is moving and if it is moving at all. And the actions and words together will show you that.
Okay. Mm. I got you. I got you now. I feel you. I feel you. Get in there, I am Mary. Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say, are you sure that you got it? Because you don't sound too sure.
Yeah, yeah, I got. Why was that so funny? Why was that so funny? Why was it so funny? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I understand what she's saying. I was just
Because I was
uh,
gonna break it down in another way.
break it down your way. Let's go.
Okay. Um, it's gonna get a little greasy.
Mm,
Uh, say you're in a relationship with a woman and y'all are intimate with each other, and you always initiate when it comes to that time. Um, and during there's no flinch, there's no moan, there's no I like or nothing. And then you walk away, y'all go back to y'all houses or whatever, and you go back home and you're wondering, did I satisfy her? Did she like it? Was I enough for her? You know, I wonder. I don't want to ask her because I don't want to put no thoughts in her head. So I'm gonna leave it alone. And then the next time, the same thing happens. And then the next time, it happens again. So at this point, you're wondering, does she care about me? Does she like me? Does she enjoy me? Like I know I'm putting it down. What's the problem? And now you feel rejected. Now you feel like a piece of meat. It's the same thing with collaborating and surprising. Like so, if all of a sudden you say I'm gonna give it one more try, and this fourth or fifth time she throw it back at you, she do something different, she do something exciting, and you like, oh okay, so she can perform or she can initiate, and I like this
Hmm.
part of her. She put some effort into it. She didn't just lay there like a board or you're not guessing, wondering. Now you're excited. Now you feel good. Now you want to
Hmm.
do it again. Because
Hmm.
before that moment, you was like, I might need to let that go. Because this ain't happening. This ain't working.
Hmm.
So does that help a little bit more?
Yeah, I get. Why are you laughing? Yeah, I got
And
you. I
I
got
just,
you.
most
I
men
got
want sex and, well, need sex. So
you. I think everybody need it.
what? What was that?
Oh, oh, I said that out loud. My bad. I thought I said that in my head. Nothing.
Now you said it so
Nothing.
repeated because I mean I can go back
Uh,
and turn the volume up and
uh,
catch it.
I said I think everybody need it.
Mm,
Mm,
not everybody needs it.
mm, Oh, okay. We can agree to disagree on that one.
Well, we
That's
can.
that's the that's,
We can, but I
that's
mean,
the
Woo!
I'm gonna say women can hold out longer than men.
not you. Uh,
Because you're a woman and you
uh,
know, right?
Right.
it's about 50-50 on that.
Cause
About
cause
50
you're a
fifty on
woman,
that.
Tucker Greasy, and you know, right?
No, I'm not a woman. I'm a man. So the
Exactly. So how
statement, the
would you
statement,
know though?
because women, because you got a lot of women out here want it just as much as men do. Real talk, you do,
You use the word want.
and they and they
They
can't they can't hold
they
out
Right.
neither.
want it. Want
Want.
me?
And,
She said
and they
need. You said want.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
me.
need it too. Yeah, they need. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I definitely need to see the research to back this claim up.
I mean, I don't know about no research, but anywho, uh, but yeah. Men need it now. Yeah, we need it. We need it. That's to be a part of our life, like putting on clothes
Hmm.
and that type of part. But, you know,
Everybody don't do
you got
that either.
yeah. I always said I want to go to Africa. Over there, in Africa, they be
You can go right up the street. Folks
I
ain't
was
putting
gonna
no.
say you ain't gotta go. You can go
what?
come to Jackson.
What they said? What they had doing that?
They said Jacktown.
Oh.
What you mean?
What they had doing that? They got a Bourbon Street in Jackson or something? What they got?
No.
Oh,
It's ladies of the
oh,
night walk around, not
oh,
tearing.
they, I don't know what they look like. I don't know if that'd be anything to look at, wolf anything. I don't know.
It's people
Jackson
walking
got that though. The
cuckoo
street on
for
Jackson
cocoa
got that.
Mm-hmm.
that are
I ain't
doing
know.
Mm-hmm. Gotta
I ain't
look.
know that.
Gotta open your eyes so you can see.
Mm. I don't know where that street at. I don't know nothing about Jackson like that. I only know I need to go, and the GPS showed me that. Y'all call it Backstreet Alley. That's what I said.
Who said that?
Oh, I thought I heard something about Alley. No, I don't know.
mm,
Anyway,
mm-mm.
mm,
You wishing now.
no. Mm,
You gonna try to put that in your GPS, ain't it? Backstreet Alley.
mm, no. Mm, no, I can't. I
I'm just
gotta do that.
playing. I'm just playing.
I gotta do that during the day. Y'all said they be at night. I gotta do that during the day. Cause I can't. I don't know about Tristan Jackson at night.
I mean, I don't trust nowhere at
Mm-mm.
night. That's when the freaks and the vampires come out. So
Yeah, I ain't worried about the vampire neither. Mm. Wonder what kind of freak you talking about? Mm, they out already. They don't wait the night. Wonder which one you talking about? They be out in the morning. Yeah, early.
why you not worried about the vampires? You like to get bit or something?
Mm-mm. I don't believe in vampires. Mm-mm.
That don't mean they don't believe in you.
I ain't been bit yet, so hopefully I never get bit. I need my blood.
I was just about to say you
Got
might want to clear that up. Somebody might be listening. You might get bit by a
yeah,
vampire.
yeah, cause I got that good blood. I need mine.
That's what they want. You might want to be careful. They can smell it.
They, mm, yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. They can smell it. Mm. Um, yeah, silly. What was that? Cause y'all trying to take me down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think you went down the rabbit hole.
I think you're taking yourself down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I don't think
nah,
you need help taking yourself
I'm,
down the rabbit hole.
I'm trying not to go down the rabbit hole. Y'all did it lead me that
That's what I
way.
came here for. That's what I came here for, to see you go down the rabbit hole because you do it every night.
I'm trying to stay away from it tonight.
All by yourself. Why? That's who you
Huh?
are. We
Yeah,
talking
but
greasy.
uh, this ain't. I'm feeling real vulnerable tonight, so I can't go down through there.
Vulnerable. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's a safe place.
Yeah, Lord.
This a safe
It is
place.
safe. Yes, it
Hmm.
is.
Let's talk
Yes,
about it.
it is. Mm-mm. 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 Yeah, no. Mm,
Why not?
mm-mm. Your people be saying stuff like foreskin and stuff like that, and I can't be
Oh
just
my god.
can't be talking about stuff like that. Like
What? Who said that?
I can't be talking about stuff like that. Hey, I can't be. Y'all know they done put the new recliners in the movie theater too now. So it's almost like they want you to go to sleep watching the movies now.
No, it's the experience of having your own home theater.
Mm.
They're
Everybody
suggesting
Well,
can't
that you get
afford
a home
a
theater.
laser boy. She right. She right. TJ, you okay?
can you cuddle? Can you sit with each other in the one recliner in
You
the
can do
theaters
whatever
now?
you like. It's a free country.
Mm.
Whatever you like.
What's playing at the movies? I might need to take a trip to the movies. Where they got the recliners at?
All of them.
All of them got in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, it's 2026 now. We're gonna have them the Trump Hunger Games this year. I can't wait.
Um, is he gonna be in it?
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Good question.
He he need to be dead. He need to be dead center in it. Okay, I ain't no Trump fan. Ain't no Trump fan at all. Nah, he trying to send us back
It's
to the
supposed
cotton
to be
fields.
commemorating. It's supposed to be commemorating like all of the years of America. I think it's I don't know something. I read it somewhere. My mind escapes me right now because I can't
Yeah.
stop thinking about this comment that you said earlier, and I really want you to get back to it, but it don't seem like you want to talk about it.
All America wasn't great, so I don't know what he gonna try to communicate. What you said? Communicate, collaborate. What you said? Yeah.
Commemorate.
Oh, commemorate. Yeah, yeah. All America wasn't great, so
Which
I
part?
don't like you. Mm-hmm.
The studio.
What's mm-hmm.
Yes.
What comment was that?
Oh, you want another comment? So
I would
he
like to.
mentioned he mentioned that he was very vulnerable, and he mentioned that he didn't want to go down the rabbit hole. And when asked why not, he was like, "Oh, I'm vulnerable," and you know, laughter ensued. And then I asked him, I told him it was a safe place, and I guess he doesn't feel like it's safe. He's not sharing.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about foreskins, and I just wanted to, do a roundabout to that. Like what? Who said that? Like he never answered the question. I don't know where that comment came from, but he said folks is talking about foreskins. I don't see that in the comments. I don't. I want to know.
No, it was something I seen somewhere else.
What do you mean?
Something I seen on social media. Somebody
Oh,
was talking about somebody foreseeing or something.
okay.
So I guess they had to pull it back or something. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Mm, I don't know. They didn't seem too happy about it. So, so I don't know. Um, guess they were mad about the force again. So,
How do you feel about foreskin?
is that a deal breaker for women?
I don't know. On the first date,
I
is
mean,
that the cost of
I,
dating?
I
Foreskin.
don't think I don't think you ever figure out on the first date. I hope that. Well, some people have. Like, hey, to each his own. I say, I mean, hey, I
Ooh,
don't
sound like you
judge.
speaking from
You know,
experience. Ooh.
I done had a couple first dates like that. You know what I'm saying? In my prime
How,
days.
what does
You know.
couple mean to
hmm
you?
I think it's only a problem if that man does not know how to take care of himself.
Mm.
Ooh, cleanliness is next to godliness, they say.
But you being a woman, when you help him with that,
No,
Why do I
let
need to
him
help
clean
an
your
oh,
room.
adult
uh oh,
clean
uh
themselves? Whoa.
I don't know, cause sometimes you might find somebody that you love, and might have an issue, and it's like okay,
On the first
so
date?
it's like okay, baby, we'll work it out. With the woo. Let me show you this, show me because I know a little thing about it. You know, and and we do this and we do that. And we good. You know, not on the first date. You
First
know what I'm
date,
saying? No,
no. Um,
no.
in a relationship and you find out
Mm.
then that is an issue, there should be a conversation about it. And then, yeah, I think the next steps are to kind of guide him into um, the proper way to clean himself.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. See, you'll stick it out with them. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Don't let it be a deal breaker. Be willing to help. Because sometimes people just don't have knowledge. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true.
Oh my goodness. Um.
Hmm.
Wow.
Everybody doesn't have a mother and father.
Is
Everybody doesn't
Right.
foreskin
have.
a deal breaker for women? And should she help with that? The first clear answer is for some women, yes. And for others, no. But a woman is not responsible for changing a man's body to meet her preference.
Mm.
That-
Well, why you have women that get with men and then want them to work out? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much changing that man body.
A woman is not responsible for changing a man's body
I'm
to
not
meet
saying
her
that she's
preference.
responsible, but if she wants to um, have a relationship with that man and she is concerned about his health, um, definitely she should voice it,
I
and
agree
her
with that.
health too, because that could affect her too.
I
Throw
agree
her
with
off
that.
Mm.
bad.
Because if she get pregnant and he got bad sperm, you are gonna have a horrible pregnancy. It ain't no other way around it, and your babies might
It's
come
a
out not normal.
it's a such thing as bad sperm.
Yep, bad sperm, retarded sperm, low count sperm, all kind of stuff
Mm.
happen down there. You got one. Why do you not know this?
Yeah, because I ain't never been told I had bad sperm, so I didn't know
Have you
nothing
ever
of
went and
it.
got it checked?
No, I ain't never had no
Well,
problem with it to get it checked.
that's why. That's why you don't know.
Yeah, right. Because mine been working fine, so
I mean, you
shoot.
ain't gotta have problems with your colon to go get a colonoscopy either. I mean, you ain't gotta have problems with your prostate to go get a prostate exam either. But I mean, you're supposed to
Shoot,
check.
who said that?
Have
Yeah,
you
a
been
lot of
living
men
under the
Mm-hmm.
rock?
don't just
Um,
randomly decide, oh, let me go check on
mm,
my prostate or my
right.
colon.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I
They
don't
kind of
randomly
shy away
decide
from
that.
Yeah,
that.
that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
a man over 40, like should be getting a prostate exam. It's the same expectation as a woman getting an annual every year. Like a man over 40, yeah, he
Mm,
should definitely get his prostate checked.
mm.
Like, and if you really, I
Oh, okay.
mean, if you're getting close to 40, you should go buy a pregnancy test and pee on it as
Huh?
a man. Yes,
Huh? What?
absolutely.
What that's supposed to do? I don't think a man can get pregnant by himself. How you pregnant? Impregnate himself? Mm.
No, I didn't say go get pregnant. I said a man that's close to 40, 40 plus, and very close to 40 should go get a pregnancy test and piss on it. That's what I said.
Yeah, I know. Why would he be pissing on a pregnancy test? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
To check to see if he got cancer.
I didn't know a pregnancy test could tell you that.
It can for a man because men can't get pregnant.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I didn't know that. That's why I was asking. I wouldn't being funny. I really didn't know, honestly.
Okay, so
Mm.
with the pregnancy test, they don't detect pregnancy per se. It detects a hormone called HCG, right? And so only a body that produces HCG would trigger a positive result. So men don't produce HCG under normal conditions. right? But under unnormal conditions, in the case where his body would produce that, he should probably know, right? The real point I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
make is men should care, should share responsibility and not just allow a woman to carry the burden. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you want to have an honest conversation about your hygiene, right? You want to,
Yeah.
you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, figure
Take a
out
bath.
if you, yeah, take a bath, you want to wear deodorant, you want to make sure that you're going to get, yourself checked out and your teeth getting clean, you know what I'm saying, every year, twice a year, or a lot of people go for a cleaning 4 times a year, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Mm-hmm.
want to take care of yourself as an adult because that's what adults do. And if you can't do that, if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be dating. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. With your rules again.
I mean, that's just common sense, though.
It's not common.
It's not that common,
Sis.
but
It's
it
not that
is
common.
common sense. It should be very obvious that if you can't take
Well,
care of yourself, why are you spending money on other people? You should be saving that money to buy a toothbrush or some
some
soap.
people
Well, if they
some
haven't
people
been
are
taught,
a giver. Mm,
if they haven't been taught or they've been getting away with it for so long, they may think that it's normal. And people have been accepting them the way they are, so they continue on in that manner.
Apparently, people have not been accepting them the way they are because they feel the need to date, meaning that they don't have anyone already. You see what I'm saying?
I
So
mean,
these
they
people,
could have
They
had
these
could. They
somebody.
people,
could have dated before and then it didn't work out
Yeah.
for other
well, that's
reasons.
probably why. She said for other reasons, but hygiene play a
Hygiene does,
um,
but some people are
big part in
not
dating.
adult enough to converse that with a person. They'll just
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's
be
that sounds
rude
like a them
and
problem.
they'll be rude and not say anything and just ghost a person.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people ain't got yeah, that dog in them to tell people that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause sometimes they come out as being heartless. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but
I don't.
you would want to let a person know that, but it's like you got to think about how that person would take it, or you got to make sure your delivery is right too. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that
Hmm.
makes a huge difference the way your delivery is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, the delivery is everything. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's the
Yeah,
point
Lord.
though, because it's just baseline self respect. I think it's baseline self respect. So I hear y'all saying like, oh, what if they didn't have a person to tell them that? Some people don't have parents and all this other stuff. But what I'm gonna say is not extra. These are entry level, basic hygiene, non-negotiable things. Just in case there's somebody out there who doesn't know. Let's really break this down. So a shower, yes. Every time before a date, please take a shower. Wash all your body parts. Clean under your
Mm,
nails. Trim your
yes.
nails, hands and feet. Brush your
But you
teeth.
never know.
Use
You
deodorant.
never know.
Fresh breath.
Everybody gonna be
It's
seeing
not
your
a
feet.
substitute. I mean, some dudes wear sandals. So hands
Mm,
and feet. You know, fresh breath, please, because gum is not a substitute for brushing. Clean inside your ears and around your ears. Groom your facial hair, whether you trim or shave it. Have clean clothes on, clothes with no odors, clothes with no stains. Why would you go on a date and you got a big old white stain on your chest? Please don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just if you got to brush your teeth before you put your shirt on. That way the toothpaste won't stain your shirt. You see what I'm saying? Like when these are missing, women aren't being picky, they're being uncomfortable. Because I'm uncomfortable if a man comes out with me, he says he want to go on a date, but he's musty and everybody can smell it. I'm uncomfortable. Presentation is everything. It's not expensive. It's expensive. It's just intentional. So when you go on a date, find clothes that fit. Wear clean shoes. If you don't like the iron clothes, wear a wrinkle-free outfit. Because they sell those now. Be appropriate for whatever venue you're going to. If you're going on a date and you're going to play golf, do not wear like high heels. Or
Golf.
yeah, because you got some men out here who love platform boots. Love them.
Mm,
Don't put on the heels. Wear a flat shoe, sir. You know what I'm saying? Smell neutral or lightly pleasant. Nothing overpowering because some people have like allergies and stuff. So and it says to a woman when a man is well groomed on a date, it says to a woman, I cared enough to prepare. I care about myself. You know what I'm saying? It's self-awareness. Like if he knows he sweat a lot, then he prepares for it. If he knows he has breath issues, then he handles them. If he knows that his grooming needs, he knows his grooming needs, then he maintains them. This is self-awareness, and that in itself is attractive because it signals adult function. Adult. I'm getting tongue tied, y'all. Adult functioning. You see what I'm saying? So date ready, you had this date ready behavior, right? Make sure you confirm the time of the date. Show up on time. And then when you're actually on the date, be present. Put your phone down. Don't be scrolling all your phone half of the date. Have basic conversation courtesy. Respect another person's personal space. A woman that just met you do not want you to just grab her and pull her in real fast. That's creepy. Don't do that. Don't grab on people's wrists and snatch them back to you. That's weird. Don't do that.
mm,
Don't overshare trauma immediately. Like that way, I mean, it's right here. I'm not being mean or anything, but they said in the case that people don't have people to tell them this. We're saying it now on the podcast so that you can go on your date and you can be pleasant. You know, I don't feel like most women ghost because they're rude. I think they ghost because they don't want to parent a person. They ghost because they don't want to embarrass a person. And they ghost because they don't want to correct a grown man. He can't be too grown if he musty. That's
mm,
how I think. He can't be too grown if his nails dirty. That
mm.
just look like a high functioning toddler. You just a taller toddler. If you mean tell me you can't go in the bathroom and wash your hands before we sit down to eat. That's disrespectful to me. That's also unsanitary. So if a man don't care enough to prepare his body, then a woman is gonna naturally assume that he won't care enough to prepare for a relationship. That's not leadership skills. If you can't even care about yourself, how you care about somebody else? Because I heard you say, "Oh, I'm a giver." You ain't giving no time to yourself to make sure your teeth brush. You ain't giving no time to yourself to make sure you got a nice haircut, or you know what I'm saying, a trim, your beard not crazy, or your mustache not insane.
Mm-hmm. Are
Dating
you
is like
married? Oh,
I was just gonna say dating is like an audition for partnership, not a cry for coaching. I was like, what?
I was just saying that if you have a situation where a man comes to you and he's not decent or clean, be the one to tell him, hey, you can't go out with me because every time I see you, you have on a dirty shirt. Or every time I see you, your breath smells horrible. Let him know, hey, this is a problem. Like, because maybe nobody else has said it to him. And so he's
mm-hmm.
going on about his day, week, month, year, uh, doing what he's always done. He may be at work all day and he may be musty and may not smell himself, but it's very evident
Mm. It's a good.
because
That's a good thing, bro.
I agree with that too. Go ahead and tell him. Just like a man should probably tell a woman. I mean, I get what y'all saying, like, oh, that person might ghost them or because they don't know the correct way to say this to that person. Just be kind when you say it.
that's all I'm saying. Be kind, and let him know.
I just don't understand how people can't smell themselves.
It's called nose blind.
It's called nose blind. It's a thing.
Hmm.
Mm.
Happens to men
If
and women.
okay, especially teenage boys. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, teenage boys are the worst.
Because I don't feel like you're wrong for
Mhm.
saying that. If somebody got bad hygiene around you, I don't feel like you're wrong for saying it. It's how you say it, right? You
Yeah,
don't have to be
yeah,
rude. You don't have to be cruel. You don't have to be parental when you say it. Because sometimes people say stuff and they call it truth, but it sounds like you're trying to be their parent, and that's not the vibe that you need to give any. Like either way, you know what I'm saying? Like
right,
you're not wrong for noticing, but you are responsible for how you say it because
right,
hygiene is personal. So the approach does matter more than the message. And so I feel like the only situations where you should say something is when you care about the person or you're in an ongoing connection or there's like potential for continued interaction with this person.
right.
If it's a first date and there's no interest in this person, then I can understand why silence plus distance is usually kinder. But I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I can understand it because some personality types out here they don't know they're not confrontational people and they don't want to create a confrontation because you can say something in the kindest way that you know how, but there's no way that you can regulate somebody's reaction to what you say because you don't know how they're going
Mm.
to react. But if you do say
Mhm.
it, don't say it in public. Don't say it as a joke and never say it in front of other people because privacy is going to equal dignity here.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Mm. There I go, right there. Oh shoot. Oh, what happened? Oh, I thought you tripping. Okay, yeah. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was just speaking from experience. I dated a guy when I was 18, 19,
Mm.
somewhere in there. And I was introduced to him by friends um, that kept telling me that, he was coming around, you know, with bad body odor and he wasn't brushing his teeth and he didn't care about the clothes he had on. They would be stained from work or from lunch or whatever. And this guy really liked me and wanted to talk to me, but didn't know how to approach me. And I don't know if it was because of his hygiene or what, but they basically put me up to telling him, "Hey, you need to check that. You know, we tired of you coming around and you smelling up the whole room. We really don't want you to come in our house, sit on our couch because you smell bad. So that's why we always go outside, you know, type thing."
Mm.
And So, I talked to him and um,
What'd you
we
say?
exchanged numbers, and
Hmm.
he
Whoa.
was supposed to meet up with me for a date. And when he showed up to my house, his car was dirty on the inside. Um, he got out and he had on some khaki pants that were stained and a t-shirt that was dusty looking. And I was like, "Oh, I thought we were going out." And he said, "We are." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going with you dressed like that. It's like you look like you just got off work." And he worked in construction, so he had literal dust, like sawdust, coming off of his shirt. And I basically had to like put him in check, like tell him like, "No, I'm not going out with you. Um, you need to go home and shower and freshen up, and then if it's not too late, I'll consider it." And so he was like, "Well, we're just going to the movies or whatever. We're gonna be in the dark. Ain't nobody gonna see me. This, that, and the other. Like I don't smell bad, do I?" And I was like, "I don't smell you right now,
Mm.
but you're dirty. Like we're not going anywhere." And so we didn't go on that date. Um, we kind of just sat in my yard and talked. Um, and I told him, I was like, "If you gonna go out with me, you gonna be seen with me. You got to look good. You got to smell good. You gotta, you know, be presentable." I was like, "Cause we on a date. You're a reflection of me, and same as you. I'm a reflection of you." And I was like, "You wouldn't want me to go out with you smelling bad or my hair not combed or having funky breath or none of that. Like, so why can't you give me the same courtesy?" And he was like, "Well, ain't nobody ever said, you know, nothing to me like that." And so the next thing was, "Well, I don't have clothes to go out in because I don't go out. Like, I go to work, I come home, I come chill with my friends." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's get you some clothes first. Um, uh, but before you put those clothes on, please shower, please brush your teeth, please brush your hair." You know, I had to break down like hygiene to him. Like, it was sad, but I was kind enough to do it. And until he could show me and prove to me that he was taking those steps, we didn't go on a date. We talked on the phone for a long time. And then finally, he got it together. So, and we finally went on a date. So sometimes it's just, I'm not going to say he didn't know. I'm just going to say he was nose blind to what he smelled like, or
Mm-hmm.
didn't care because he had nothing to do. He was a street pharmaceutical person, and that's what like he went to his day job and he came out on the street and did his night job, and that was what he did every day.
Yeah, I ain't never been on the street. I ain't never seen no pharmaceuticals on the street.
So
But this is what I mean. Like dating is about discovery, not correction. So if someone needs coaching, it's okay to opt out.
yeah,
Is it? Is it? We supposed to be here to help each other.
it's okay to opt out if you don't want to take that responsibility um and do that thing. Then by all means, like that might be a deal breaker for you, you know? Like, but that could be a great man that you're missing out on, or a great woman that you're missing out on.
Right. Just because you
I
smell a
agree
little
with that.
bit. Ain't nothing wrong with her smelling a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta help them out.
And also, honesty without kindness is cruelty, and kindness without honesty is avoidance.
Yeah, true statements.
So I'm just saying, let's keep it classy out here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't know what that is, you have a computer in your back pocket, assuming that's where your phone is. You can Google it. Like, it doesn't cost a lot of money. You don't have to be like rich to be presentable. You just go buy some basic soap, you know, preferably one that don't break you out, a wash rag, a loofah, whatever you clean yourself with, you know, take a shower, brush your teeth,
Honey, I
groom
took the
yourself.
next step. I went and bought all supplies. I bought toothpaste, I bought soap, I bought cologne, I bought clothes, I bought shoes.
And that was incredibly kind of you. But if I'm just going to be honest, like every woman doesn't want a project. And I'm not saying some men um aren't good men that
Yes.
just falling on hard times. That's not what I'm talking about. Because I have personal experience with that. So yeah, you could absolutely be missing out on a great man, but it's all in how you say it to him, right? As a woman, like the way that you bring it up. And but also, like, I feel like it's okay to opt out if that's not a responsibility, because this is why I'm saying that. Like, women don't avoid these conversations because they're shallow. I believe that women avoid them a lot of times because correcting a grown man feels parental. And especially if she already has kids, it comes off parental. So that in itself kills attraction. Like, if I have to tell you to groom yourself, I'm not going to be attracted to a man that I have to, cuz I also have to tell a baby that, a toddler that, you know what I mean? Like, if you have kids, babies transition to toddlers before they get to childhood. Well, we all know this because we've all been little before, right? And as a parent, though, looking at that in a parental lens, it's kind of the same thing that you would have to do if a person shows up to a date and they're unkept, you know? And I don't mean like taken care of unkept. I'm saying like they look ratty or their clothes are stained, you know? And I'm not saying that people don't go through stuff. Like, you could have a horrible date. I mean, that day could have been horrible. And all the things that could have gone wrong may have gone wrong right before you got to the date. And in that case, you know, I would just, as a man, I would suggest that he just mention it so, so that she wouldn't use that as a consideration for her decision. Like, oh, well, he showed up this way and that way, because Aya Mary said in her story, like, well, when he came to pick me up, not only was he dirty, but the inside of his car was dirty. So to me, that's a pattern,
Mm-hmm.
because men tend to take pride in their cars, but if you don't have any, that tells me one or two things. Either you are so busy that you shouldn't be dating in the first place because you ain't got time to clean out your car. So I feel like you got to squeeze me into your schedule because you don't have time to do regular things. Or he just simply is incapable of doing it. In which case, if you don't know how to clean out your car, you don't know how to do laundry, you can pay people. Like, it's not a lot of money. A lot of these laundry services and stuff, $15, $20. Drop your stuff off at the Hallmark cleaners. Tell them, hey, I needed this, that, and the other. They even have like services inside of a regular laundromat. A lot of times, if you go and ask the person that's there, they'll charge you a small fee and they'll wash and launder your clothes for you. and then you could just come and pick it back up. Now you'll have to iron it, you know, or press it, but your clothes will be clean if you don't have time to do that. You see what I'm saying? Hire somebody to do that for, and it's not a lot of money. Same thing with like cleaning out your car. Get a subscription to a car wash. Oh, well, I don't have any money to do that. Okay, we'll go to the Dollar General or the Walmart or something and purchase like a brush and a dustpan to clean out your car. Go to one of these vacuum places. The hand, the car washes with the vacuum, and you could pay for the vacuum. It don't cost a lot because you don't want to come off nasty or irresponsible. Because that reads like if a person is doing that all the time, they're either going through a really really bad time, in which case they should reevaluate their ability to date right now. They might need to wait until stuff get a little better for them before they start looking for somebody to spend time with and to take care of. You know what I mean?
In all the wrong places, looking for love in all the wrong places. Yeah, mm-hmm. That's what she said in so many words. Thought I am Mary was gonna say something. Okay. Um.
All I was about to say was like we were teenagers, and he didn't have a father in his life. He had his grandparents, um, his grandfather, uh, but he didn't have anybody to kind of teach him those things. And like I said, he was kind of in the streets and working a regular job, and he wasn't he wasn't out looking for a date. He really didn't care. He had a bad experience in college, and that kind of messed him up. And um, with college itself, and then also with a girl in college um, that he had kids by. Um, but he had I don't care type of mentality. Like, it is what it is. You take me as I am. If you want me, if not, I don't care type
Yeah.
thing. So, um, and he wasn't really that attractive. So he might have had some self esteem issues as well.
Hmm.
Um, and that might be the cause of his poor hygiene, because of his self esteem issues. But um, I just because of my friends or our friends, you know, kind of putting that responsibility on me, and me just
Mm-hmm.
getting him to himself and trying to be kind and trying to help him out. Like, I wasn't really interested in him, um, but he, and I'm gonna say he didn't turn out to be a great man, but we dated for a little while. Um, like I said, I got him together, cleaned him up, got his health together, all that stuff, and in return, I didn't get anything back. Not that I
Mm.
was for anything back, but yeah, sometimes people just need to know. They need to be taught.
Yeah, a helping hand. Sound like you like the thugs. You like the bad boys, huh?
I don't, because that was the first thing I
Oh, my
said to
bad.
him. That
Oh.
was the first thing I said to him. I was like, I don't date thugs. And it just blew him. He was like, I'm not no thug, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, you out here on this corner, doing this. What are you? I'm just stacking my paper, you know, all this and all that. But
So
he didn't
yeah.
have any. Even that's another thing. Like when I would ask questions like, okay, what are your goals in the next 5 years? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And he was like, well, I'm just living day by day. So he didn't even have any goals for himself.
Okay, because I could think of 10 reasons why,
Oh.
a man would, yeah, off the top of my head, you know what I'm saying, why a man would have poor hygiene. And none of these reasons are excuses to why, you know what I'm saying? Um, because the context doesn't matter when you're dating. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about. So, like, if a man was never taught properly, like you were mentioning, like some guys genuinely want shown, like daily grooming routines or how often they should watch certain areas or how to dress for occasions. And a lot of times, if it wasn't modeled, then it may have never been learned. Or that man is depressed, right? Low hygiene a lot of times is often a symptom and not a personality trait, because dudes can be like depressed or burnt out or have anxiety or grief. And when somebody is struggling mentally, like self care is really the first thing to go, whether you man or woman, and or um, survival mode, right? Men under heavy stress, like if they're having heavy financial issues or stress at work, stress with family, they may prioritize getting through the day over hygiene or over appearance and grooming because they're focused on survival and not presentation. And then I've met people who were come from a normalized environment of that. Like if everybody around them smells the same, dresses the same, and doesn't groom, go ahead.
Hmm? What happened?
You said something. Go ahead.
Oh, I think I might have. I was burping. I think I don't think I said nothing. I was listening. I wasn't saying nothing. I'm sorry
Oh,
if it
I
okay.
ain't
sound
said
like that.
anything
I
either.
was,
You
yeah,
got a really weak side.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't saying nothing.
I was like, if
No, keep
they
going.
all smell the same or dress the same or don't groom, then poor hygiene feels normal and not neglectful to them. And then I've also been around men who's had like a lack of self awareness. Like some men don't smell themselves, and we were talking about that, like the nose blindness, right? And they may genuinely realize that it's or not realize that there's an issue. And then you have people who have physical issues like excessive excessive sweating or mental or medical conditions or dental problems or skin issues, and that can affect or impact the hygiene, right? And some men, it's just their culture, like they have like this low maintenance mindset, but it's gone too far, right? And they equate hygiene with vanity or weakness or unnecessary effort, and then you got people. I met people who have poor hygiene because they have a resistance to correction. Like they get, and this, I feel like this is like the red flags, right? Like if they get defensive when you try and tell them, or they mock the concern, or they refuse to adjust, then it's not ignorance, it's immaturity. You see what I'm saying? And then poor life structure. I ran into a guy, he didn't have a routine. So to him, it wasn't, he was neglecting like grooming and laundry and organization, and structure supports hygiene. And then the last thing I can think of is like just simply not being dating ready. You know what I'm saying? Because some men aren't dirty, they're just not prepared for partnership. And dating requires baseline self care.
Hmm.
So understanding why someone has hygiene helps us have compassion, but it doesn't obligate us to stay because they might be a good person. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, that's facts. That's fact. I believe that, but yeah, but I mean, at some point, somebody got to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
So true.
So if you see it or smell it, why not let it be you? Because while we want somebody that we know, you know what I'm saying, just continue to walk around and just be, you know, that type of way.
Well, how
You
would
know?
you tell them?
Because I'm pretty sure if it was the shoe was on the other foot, you know what I'm saying, people would want somebody to tell them. You know what I'm saying?
I said,
I
how
mean,
would you
how
tell
I
them?
know, I know. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I don't know. I don't know exactly the words I would tell them, but I would definitely try to tell them and try to do it just respectful as I can, uh, without trying to hurt their feelings, without making them feel less than, you know. But um, you try to create a what you call it, as we always call anything else, a safe space. You know what I'm saying, between you and that person, to where they understand you what you're doing is out of love and not just out of hate or disdain for them, or trying to humiliate them. Like you actually doing it out of love to kind of try to help them. So the things that's happening to them will stop. Because a lot of time when people doing stuff like that, they get bullied. They get to a thing earlier. I think I am Aries said it earlier. They get shoot. Yeah, it was on tip of my tongue. My mind went blank. they get they had low self esteem. All that comes from a lot of time from just people getting talked about or bullied or something like that. So a lot of time it's to help them in the long run, because if don't nobody tell them and they continue to get bullied, then who's to say what they would do next? You know what I'm saying? So it's a bigger picture to the whole thing, not just they smell. You know what I'm saying? It's actually hopefully you working into their mental to make sure that they don't continue to go through harassment or nothing of that sort. You know,
She
so
also said that this happened when she was around 17, so this might have been a younger man. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do bring light to age, but I also want to say that I've met a 28-year-old who was funky. I've met a 31-year-old who was funky. I've met a 45-year-old man that was funky. So,
you met a 45-year-old man that was funky.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Hmm. Okay.
So I don't know about the bullying part at those ages, because when you become an adult,
Well,
some people are still in circumstances, and they can't actually choose where they are, because some men are older and they're still staying at home and stuff like that. But there are situations to where you can, like, if you have a job, you can do something about it. And like I was saying earlier, it doesn't take a lot to look put together and decent. Like, you can go thrifting and find a nice white shirt and a nice pair of slacks or jeans and some nice penny loafers or some brogues, for a little bit of nothing, and wash them and sanitize them and press them and look nice, you know?
hmm, now let me make sure I clarify something too that you just said that I think was very invalid. But I mean, your opinion matters. But I don't think there's an age on bullying where it stops or where it even begins. And I say that because they made what used to be fine to us, just going back and forth joking with each other, woo to woo, saying this and that about each other. They made that into bullying now. So even at 45, you can still get bullied by somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that was a little off, but everything else on point. Hey, my hats off to you. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that was a little bit off about being bullied. I don't think it's no age. I don't think at no age do it stop because according to what type of crowd you keep, it can definitely continue to go on.
Okay, in that way, I agree that bullying doesn't stop at childhood, but intent and impact both matters. And jokes become bullying when
Right.
people receiving them can't opt out of the feelings, or they can't opt out, or they feel diminished. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
about. Like jokes are mutual. Jokes invite laughter. Jokes stop when someone feels uncomfortable. That's a joke. It's usually clever, right? Bullying is one sided. Bullying is repeated. Bullying dismisses comfort or dismisses discomfort. You see what I'm saying? It hides behind, I'm just joking. So, no, not all jokes are bullying, but all bullying today often disguises itself as humor. I get what you're saying.
Right.
But adults don't shove people into lockers anymore. They kind of mock people and shame people and roast people and embarrass, these people publicly or invalidate their feelings and then call it humor. So if
Right.
the jokes cost someone their dignity, it's not comedy, it's control.
Okay. Okay.
I just feel like not every moment, not every uncomfortable moment is bullying. But when somebody says that hurt me and it continues, then it becomes bullying. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Especially in public.
Yeah.
So I can agree with that, which is why I said at
We,
first, like some people can't control what environment they're in because they're still, in a place where they can't leave. Like if you don't have a car and you rode with somebody as an adult to a place and people are making harmful jokes and it airs into bullying, you can't get up and walk away. I mean, you can, but a lot of times when you ride with somebody, you want to leave with that person too. But as an adult, even in that situation, like if somebody is peer pressuring me to do something that I don't want to do, I'm going to leave. I don't care if I drove there or not. If I rode with somebody, like I'm calling an Uber because I'm an adult and I have adult money. Or even if it's somewhere where, let's just say I'm low on cash, I'm going to walk home because I will not be put in a situation to where I'm the butt of the joke, and because it's not a joke to me. You see what I'm saying? Like disrespect is not a joke. I feel very strongly about that. And you can leave, you can leave. You just got to count the cost. Do I need to be around these people at all? If these people are like you say telling jokes and they're harmful to me. Like
uh
if I'm going to visit someone at their home and their family is making jokes and it makes me feel uncomfortable and I feel like I can't leave, and then I express that to the person and they don't do anything about it, should I still be there? I need to be questioning that because why are you putting me in an environment to where I'm uncomfortable if you say you care about me? Like, let's also think about what we can do as adults. You know what I mean? Like, this is not, um, we're not children anymore. You know, your mom didn't drop you over X, Y, and Z's house and tell them, hey, go play with Johnny. You can leave. Is everybody asleep?
Mm.
No, I'm awake, but I am about to get off of here.
Thank you for having me. Oh.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I finally got in. I'm so happy. Um,
Yeah,
and hope to join you guys again.
yeah. Tomorrow I'll be in the studio. I'll let everybody rock out. Let y'all rock out. What y'all doing? Uh, y'all ready to close it out? That what you saying?
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay. He said that's so quick.
I mean, you were sleeping. So
How you know I was asleep?
thank you so much. Yeah, tonight reminded us that growth
Right.
doesn't end with age. It just gets quieter, you guys. Accountability isn't bullying, and humor isn't an excuse. So let's do better with each other, you guys, and let's stay kind, let's stay aware, and take care of how you showing up. And also, this has been Talking Greasy. Y'all stay vigilant.
Good night.
Yeah,
Good
take something
night.
else. All right. Appreciate y'all for that. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. There I got the other. All right, bro. Appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate the studio. Appreciate I am Aries coming up on the panel tonight. Yeah, it was a long one, bro. I was tired. I might have did those off. I don't know. But hey, Miss Studio got it. She's the co-host. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. You know, so at the end of the day, dating ain't about numbers on the receipt, bro. It's about intention, consistency, and honesty with yourself and with the person across the table. You feel what I'm saying? Because spending money you resent, that's not romance, that's pressure. You know what I'm saying? And expecting luxury without understanding someone's reality. That ain't standards, that's confusion. You know what I'm saying? So the goal ain't to impress, the goal is to align. You know, so if this conversation made you laugh, think, or side eye your last date, you already know what to do. Hey man, like it. Come on now, share it. Hey, just subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree, pull up in the comments respectfully. You feel me? And like I always say before we get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody you love, go tell them, go show them, spend time with them, cause what somebody going through today could very well be you tomorrow. But life be life, and always we talking greasy over here. Y'all be good.